Uh-oh. How come this said so? It's not right. Hold on. All right, that's better. That's better. That's my sister there, Fly Girl Georgia Unstoppable. How are you doing, my dear? Good to see you. Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the live. This is another Tuesday. This is another Tuesday, and you all know by now on a Tuesday, we meet here just about at this time every Tuesday. We meet here where we do red flag review. I see Auntie Chris is in the house. Auntie Chris, how are you doing? Let me plug in this before it goes dead on me. There we go. Let me do one thing here. So good to see you, my friends. Tonight is another night. Tonight is another night when we are going to... Oh, no. Oh, this is not right, guys. Something went wrong here. Something went wrong right there, my friends. All right, there we go. All right, I gotta get it fixed. Gotta get it fixed. Gotta get it fixed. Oh, okay. All right. So good evening. Auntie Chris is doing well. Everybody is doing well. Good to see you all. Thank you all for coming. And tonight, as always, we are going to be doing another episode of Red Flag Review. Guys, every Tuesday for the last few months, I've been coming here and we have been doing this Red Flag Review where we examine somebody's story. And our point of examining the story is not to cast judgment, because judge ye not that he may not be judged. And do not believe that something that happened to another person can never happen to you. I know a lot of us feel all that egocentric and think that it could never happen to me because I am not that stupid. You'd be surprised to know just how much you are, if that is your definition of the word. Because certainly when you agree with somebody, when somebody presents love to you, and you accept it and you believe what they say, you are essentially saying to this person, I believe in your honesty. I believe that whatever you are saying to me is true. I am going to you take the person at their word, and you trust and you believe that whatever they have told you is the truth. And we have seen time and time again where, as months and years pass by, individuals have realized that, wow, I thought I knew my husband of 10, 15 years. I really didn't know him. I was living with a stranger. Oh, I thought I knew my wife for however many years. But then she was a total stranger. When the truth about the person is finally revealed to you, you realize that you were not that right all along. And then you might want to reconsider whether you are the stupid one or not. So we reserve judgment, and we do not cast judgment and call people stupid and ridiculous and foolish and all kinds of names. I know the names that can come from your mouth. I have felt it. But I'm gonna beg you all, please. We do not call people out of their name. And when people share their experiences, it requires great strength for somebody to come out and share with you what they have been through, especially if it is what is deemed as embarrassing. If it's something that is deemed, oh, this bright light is bothering my eye. If it is something that is deemed to be embarrassing, and somebody comes out and shares it, can you imagine what they have had to go through mentally just to be able to come out and share that experience with you? But with each shared experience, what we can hope for is that the people who hear it learn from it before they cast judgment on it. Welcome into the live, my friends. This is Trev from Trevessence Unstoppable. Tonight is another night where we are doing red flag review. Let me go into the chat and welcome some of my dear travelers in the chat. There is Sister Ari Daughter in the place. How are you doing, Ari Daughter? Welcome. My sister Fly Girl Georgia is in the place. Auntie Chris is in the place as well. And Wild Rich is in the place. Share out the live, guys. Invite your friends and your friends' friends to come on over into the live. And if you're a silent listener, if you're just standing on the outside looking in, I hope that one day you'll be able to kick your shoes off and come on in, sit on the couch and chat with us. We like to have differing opinions because it is from the differences of opinions that we learn and grow. And that is what this is all about. So tonight, my friends, we are going to be listening. We are going to be listening to the story of one individual. I don't have the person live, but it's a story that I listened to. Oh, thank you, Aridot. I'm happy you're doing great, my dear. This story that we're going to be analyzing tonight is a story that was shared on social media by another individual. Look at Kenzie. Kenzie is in the place. Welcome into the live, Kenzie. How are you doing? Guys, that's another of our faithful travelers. Kenzie there just rolled up into the place. Welcome into the house, Kenzie. You know, this is your house. You got the keys. Okay. So this story that we are going to talk about tonight is a story that was shared on social media. And it's a story that really got to my heart when I listened to this story, because I realized just how vulnerable we are, not just as women, but as human beings, because women get taken, and men too. You'd be surprised to know the number of men who get taken by women who love bomb them, who pretend to be in love with them. I met a guy the other day. Well, I knew him before, but he was always telling me that his wife was in Jamaica. She was going to come over to America. When she comes over, they were going to get married, and he was going to petition her. And he's been telling me that now for a long time. So I ran into him recently and I said, "Is your wife here yet?" And he was like, "No, she's not here yet." "Why is she not here yet?" It's been like 3-4 years, maybe 4 years, the least, maybe, that this woman has been milking him in Jamaica. And he is going along for the ride because he thinks that, yes, she loves him. Of course, they are in love. And he sends money to Jamaica every paycheck religiously. Everything she calls and asks for, he sends it to her. And every day she has another excuse. She sends money for her to go to embassy. She said she didn't get the visa. I said, "Did she send you a copy of the stamp in the visa or something in the passport?" "No, she don't have to do that because I trust her." All right. Then Corona came around, and it was because of Corona why she didn't get to go back. So why don't you file for her like a fiance visa or something? Like every day is something else. And I said, "Boy, you're being played. You're being played. And you are in for something. You're in for something. Maybe that woman will never come to America. Or if you happen to get her the visa, she get that ticket, when she comes to Jamaica, she's not coming by you. She's gonna go somewhere else." Yes, the tricks are always up. The tricks are always on. And we have to keep our eyes peeled back. We have to keep our eyes open because they are coming. If you see inside of my Facebook inbox, if you see inside of my inbox, inside of my TikTok inbox, if you see my inbox, you would wonder. They are out there, you know, from the moment I saw your profile, I can't sleep. I can't stop looking at your beautiful face. Get out of here. I can't stop looking at your beautiful face, and I think God has this design for us to be together. These are the foolishness that I laugh at these days. I am not easily fooled anymore. Nobody, you can't fool me if you're right in front of my face, let alone if you are far away, where I don't even know where you are texting me from, telling me all of this cockadoodle story. Guys, beware. That is the word tonight. Beware. Do not be so determined to get a man. Do not be so determined to get a woman. Be determined to marry. Be so strung up on, if you are not married, you cannot have a relationship with somebody. The relationship doesn't have to include copulation, you know. But you can't be so strung up. I say, well, if you want to kiss me, you gotta marry me. Some men out there will do it just because, oh, you want to play hardball? I'm gonna show you what hardball is like. Oh, so you say I can't kiss you unless we are married. All right. Will you marry me, honey? As soon as you marry them, they get to kiss you and they get to copulate with you and all of that. They are gone. Because to them, it means absolutely nothing. Their objective is to get to where they want to go. And if you give them an ultimatum that they have to be married to you first before they get there, they will do it and get there and think not about it. They be gone. Gone just like that. Somebody is in the back in the chat. Let me see. Oh my word. Oh, Derek.
Yeah. Shout out and respect due to them big woman then. She named Trev Unstoppable.
Hold on there, Derek. Are you up? Oh, okay. There you go. Hey, Maribel, how are you doing, my darling? Good to see you, Maribel. Maribel said it's true. All right, Derek, talk to me, my brother. How are you doing, first of all? I'm so happy to see you, as always.
Yeah, I'm doing good, Trev Essence. How are you, young lady?
I am wonderful, my love. I am doing well. I shouldn't complain.
All right, well, just less than 5 minutes of your time. I'm about to go eat. So
Take
pull me
what you
belly.
want, sugar.
Yeah. And I just saw the title. of it and I just kind of shook my head. So if I'm to understand your title, someone said that in order for them to have sex with their partner, they must be married first. Is that
Right.
Is that the title?
Right.
Oh,
She
okay,
gave him the ultimatum that if he wants to kiss her, he has to marry her. So he asked her to marry him. Married her. You know, these men are so cruel. Married her, yeah, because she gave him that ultimatum.
Well, first off, I don't think anybody should put. I'm with compromise and working with people. I don't think you should put ultimatums on people, because once you get into the habit of putting ultimatums on people, that's more of a power play, in my opinion. If we together, if we are two adults and we bringing stuff to the table, I have strengths and you have weaknesses, and you have weaknesses and I have strength. Just like that, we all got shortcomings and things like that. But when you start putting ultimatums and telling people what they better do or else, that to me that sounds like a power play. And
there you go.
Because the way it goes is that men typically chase women. The women know that they have an advantage of sorts over men. But in today's world, in the 21st century, that is kind of unrealistic. That a woman that talks like that, she's gonna find herself alone a lot. Most men aren't gonna put up with that type of ultimatum. If I mean, like, no, they just not. And I know a lot of people, they believe in their God and they're religious and they hold true to their beliefs, and that's fine. But most of the planet does not operate like that. Even people that call out God's name, they do become one with the flesh. In fact, some would argue that God made it to be that way, but you're fighting against belief. So most men aren't going to put up with that, and women that do stuff like that, they normally got a laundry list of these outlandish things that they want men to do before they think they can get this so-called prize. I've had women over the years to tell me stuff like that, all in the 80s and 90s. And I just used to laugh. I just never dealt with them, because for that woman to say what she said, there will be about 5,000 women that will not even so much lower their standards. It's just that it's just real out here. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody, and typically no one is going to marry you, then move you into a home. Typically, most people would prefer that they perhaps live with somebody first before they even think about getting married, and all these type things. So that woman that said that, she's not being very realistic, and I think she's going to find herself alone. But on the other hand, and then I'm going to finish up. On the other hand, P.T. Barnum, the circus guy, famously said there's a sucker born every minute. I'm sure perhaps she found a sucker that actually would do that. But generally speaking, that does not happen. So I want to thank you for having me on your platform, and bless upon herself.
You are very welcome, my dear. As we go on with the live, we will hear what happened with that ultimatum. I sincerely appreciate your contribution, Derek. As always, I want to say thank you so much. You always have such great insight into the topics that we talk about over here, and I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. That was Derek C. Williams, the great Derek C. Williams, over there on Derek. Your channel is still up?
Question. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
So
yeah. All right.
So again, so thank you and salute to your chat. All right.
You are welcome, my love. You are welcome. Thank you so much. Teresa is in the house. How are you doing, my dear Teresa? Good to see you. That's another of our faithful travelers in the place. My sister Kimon is in the place. Welcome into the chat, Kimon. How are you doing, my love? So good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Guys, we are talking tonight. It is Red Flag Review, and we are going to be reviewing a story that I picked off the internet this week. Because this story spoke to me from the depths of my heart. I felt the pain of this sister. Hey, Christine, how are you doing, my love? So good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Guys, when you come in, do not forget to hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed to your host, now is a great time to do so, my friends. Thank you so much for coming. It's another night, Red Flag Review, and we are talking about the tricks. There is Derek's YouTube page, guys. There it is. We all can go over and check out Derek's YouTube page. Share out the live, invite your friends and your friends to come on over. I know there are lots of people who come over and they stay out on the outside and they look in. We want to say thanks to those people for staying on the outside and looking in. One day you will find it in your heart to come on into the live of Traversing Unstoppable and let us talk. Join in the conversation. The conversation is open for everybody. So join in the conversation. Let us talk. Come on up on the live and let us talk, because whatever affects one human being affects all of us. And I see my chat is being bombed out, and I love it. Hey, Mystic Sensation, how are you doing? Doc 65, Wayne C, Zion Mountain, Philip C, Sweet 27, Miss P. Thank you all so much. John Wick, there is John Wick, another brother. That is my brother there from another mother. When you see the name Unstoppable, you know that is my crew. Sisters and brothers, all are we. Yes. Thank you so much, my friends. Thank you all for your support. I love it. Love it. Love it. Hit that like button, guys, and let's talk. All right. Anybody else want to come up? I have greetings from the UK. Deidre, how are you doing, Deidre? Oh my gosh. Welcome, DJ. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much, my friend. There is Dadiva. There's another sister from another mother. There's my friend Dadiva in the place. Sonia Morris is in the place, and Keisha Lawrence and Janet Peart and everybody else is in the place. And I'm excited. And the godfather to my channel is in the place. And and I am excited when I see Unstoppable. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you all so much for coming in. We are doing another red flag review. We are doing another red flag review. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Oh my God, I'm super excited about you all having come over. But I'm going to be playing some parts of this. Abagay, how are you doing, Abagay? Good to see you. Guys, I hope I didn't miss anybody. But please know that if I miss you, if I miss your comment in the chat, you know it's not deliberate. Yeah. Yes, Nadiva, the godfather. Yes, Nadiva. Unstoppable, maybe I drop what I'm cheer. I said, what's wrong with Trevor, man? Oh my God, Mystic Sensation, how are you doing? Good to see you guys. Thank you all so much for coming. I'm super excited, guys. But anyway, we're going to get down to business and we are going to talk about this lady's experience. A lot of people may say, Jamaica, I've heard it everywhere on the internet. People saying, they don't want no Jamaicans, them not married to no Jamaicans. Jamaican men have really made it bad for other men. Yeah, I'm telling you all the truth. Hold on a minute, there's somebody in the background. Let's see who it is. Okay, which one is this now? Auntie Chris?
Yes.
Oh, this is Auntie Chris. All right. There you go. Oh, you're not showing your face.
Me can't get the avatar thing come up.
Oh, really?
You keep saying something went wrong.
Uh-oh. Well, you have to take off the avatar and show your face then.
Girl, I'm not.
Look at you. We will just look at it like that. That is
I am with my cap on, sitting in my front room.
There you are, sis. How you been?
I'm good. I listened to that show last night, and oh my God.
All right. Wait. Don't spill the beans yet, Auntie Chris. Don't spill the beans. Cool.
Don't
spill the beans yet. Dadiva. That was kind of it. No problem, Dadiva. No problem. Dr. Mia is in the place. Mr. Dr. Mia, let me go back and writing love letters again. All right, love letters. What Mr. Somebody we can get to. You remember writing love letters as a teenager?
Yeah.
I'm a Jamaican man. Please don't say all Jamaican men. I'm a successful parent. Thank you so much, Zion. I am just saying what is out there, sweetheart. I'm not trying to offend anybody. But this, I was cut off right there in mid-thought. But this is what I am saying. A lot of men out there have done women, not just Jamaican women, they have done women so dirty that I have seen on TikTok and other social media sites where there are women who are swearing on their life that they will never date a Jamaican man. And it hurts my heart because I know that my Jamaican men can be good, but there are some of them who have made it so bad. They have made Jamaica gone on the top of the list of men who will just use a woman and discard of her like she was just plain old trash. No little decor, no little nothing. Just discard you and just call you any ugly name. And a lot of women are not up for that because there are women who have come into themselves and know that we are not going to be home and barefoot and pregnant anymore. We can hold our own. And if you're going to come up in this and you are going to turn around and treat me ugly, I'm going to go down. I'm going to go to the perk walk for you. There are lots of people who will say that. because them woman they know about me yet. Oh, DJ, I am with a Jamaican. Blessed to have him. He's my soulmate. Wonderful DJ. You see, I love stories like that because I know that there are lots of people. Hey, Sonia, how are you doing, my love? So good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. I'm said, Dr. Mia. Oral Blake is in the house. There you go. See, Oral says, I am a Jamaican and I am a loving man. I know there are lots of Jamaican men out there who are loving, who honor their women, honor their family. There are lots of men out there, but it seems like they are all taken because this generation that's coming up, they are not doing Jamaica justice at all. A lot of people will agree with me. They are not. They are all. Remember what Unstoppable him say? Unstoppable say, I am a lover and the ladies know great things. Not even good, but great. All right. Unstoppable, I big you up the Antichrist.
All right, Unstoppable.
Yes, and listen, Unstoppable. Blessed is the woman who has found herself a good Jamaican man. Because I didn't grow up with an example of a good Jamaican man. My dad died when I was 8 years old. And from all that I can remember, my dad left a dozen children by 8 mothers. He was only 35. So this mess has been going on a long time. But these days, it just seems like Jamaica is at the top of the list with these men who are just plain users. Forget the word scammer. They're just plain users. I have had my share, and I know lots of people here have had their share of this kind of using. It is just unbelievable at this point. But I listened to a story this week in which a young woman was saying how she ended up marrying a Jamaican man. I think she's Jamaican as well, and she was determined the good Jamaican man them all taken. Exactly. It looks like it, Christine, right? Like they're all taken. So what the rest of us must do? They better start take 2 wives.
Polly.
It seems like they're gonna have to start taking 2 wives for us to be in the mix, because we're not going to be in the mix at all. We are going to end up being old and alone. I would have loved to join this conversation on panel, but my battery is dying. Why your battery always dying, Unstoppable? At this time, you know, if you walk with one battery, the rest the rest go rush here. What? You walk with a battery, Unstoppable. Come on, man. Come on. Never see come see. So them think things easy over here. You know you're right, Diva. And Doc 65 says, thank God me did get one before them all gone. Thank God you got one before them all gone. Oh my God. Well, that's a good thing. And you see people like me keep searching the haystack, and still coming up short. Still coming up with undesirables. So people like me might just say, let it go. Me I have 2 husbands. All right, Diva. We Unlock Nation is in the place. Welcome, We Unlock Nation. Good to see you, my brother. How are you doing? Or I say, I take care of my wife. She always can't wait to see me come home from work every day. Look at that. Look at that, another lucky sister, and we applaud you, Oral, for being a good husband. Yes, we encourage our boys to be good husbands and good fathers. But it look like the people, like the generation mine and up, did something not so right. Because these men these days are just out of control. The women from other countries grab them up fast. And the funny thing about it, I heard somebody say the other day that Jamaican men treat women from other cultures better than they do Jamaicans. Has anybody found that to be true? What do you think about that, Auntie Chris?
That they do it?
That they treat women, when they date women from other cultures, they treat them better than they do when they are dating Jamaicans. What do you think? I have to get back. Okay, sister, no problem. I'm single and remaining single. There you go, Zion Mountain. Zion Mountain say he's single and remaining single. And I agree with you 100%. Auntie Chris, why you think doing that?
I'm sorry. I hit something and got myself out of the chat. So you said they treat other women better than they treat Jamaicans?
Right. Like when they are with another woman from another culture, they treat that woman better than they would have treated a Jamaican woman. What if that is true? Why you think that is so?
They're more magnetized to the other woman doing more for them than the Jamaican woman will, because I think most of the time they need the Jamaican woman. A lot of them are opportunists and they use people for money. So just like this girl was saying, once the man got with this white woman, all of a sudden he wanted her out of the game. He wanted to divorce her because he's now more magnetized to that woman money. That's kind of materialistic mindset that they got.
Okay. Gadiva says, in a sense, they are frightened for foreigners. And sometimes I don't think it is so much frightened for foreigners, but they see where someone from abroad might be able to give them better different opportunities. Opportunities. And some of them is not so much that they are attracted to the opportunity. It's just that they are attracted to whatever comes with that. They are able to leave Jamaica. They can go sow their wild oats in bigger pastures, not necessarily greener, but bigger pastures. So they figure that, well, if she can get me out of here and I can go abroad, I can get this, I can get that, I can move up in a sense. And
Trev,
whatever is inside of them, they can live it out differently.
In the same sense, there's Jamaican women who go down there, go marry them and bring them come to the United States too. So
yeah, I'm listening, honey. I don't know what happened to Auntie Chris there. Dadiva, Keisha is in the place. I think it's all self-hate. That could also be a part of it too, Keisha. I agree with you to an extent. I am not saying that Jamaican men must marry Jamaican women. They do not have to marry Jamaican women. I just would love to see men, whether they're Jamaican men or not, men treat women better. Relationships will start, relationship will break up. That is inevitable. It will happen. But what I'm saying is, when a relationship must break up for whatever reason, the respect, you can break up with somebody and still respect them, Be respectful. Jamaicans, we are losing respect out there in the diaspora. Jamaican men are losing respect because there are just so many women who are willing to come forward and tell their story about being burnt by a Jamaican man. And because of that, let me bring back Auntie Chris in the chat.
Yeah, sorry about that again.
Okay, there you go. And because of that, there are lots of people out there who are hearing these stories and they are putting their guards way up.
Yes.
Way up. Yes.
Correct.
And they're saying Jamaican men are off my list. And there are lots of women who are saying, well, a Jamaican man might give me a good throwdown, but at the end of the day, that's not all that makes up the game. I do not just want a good throw, no pun intended, but I don't just want a good throwdown. Exactly. I want somebody with whom I can have a conversation, somebody who is willing to grow with me, so that when I am working, when he's working and we are putting resources together and building, we are building for us. Not that I am building for us and he's building for himself and somebody else.
Yep.
Yeah. So people are to wise up, guys. And when other people share their stories, it is for you to take it in. Spare yourself the time to spend judgment on other people and take that time to learn. Because what that person is sharing could be your ticket to freedom.
Yep.
Because you might think that, oh Lord, she fool. Oh Lord, she was desperate. Why she wasn't desperate. Think about yourself, that the relationship you are currently in. Do you know if everything that individual is telling you is true? Don't be so quick to judge and figure that your situation is better than somebody else's. It might just be worse. I think it's partly because we know them too well and they can't get away. That is true.
Yep.
Christine have a great point there. Yes.
Yep.
A Jamaican woman will know him, will be able to listen to his conversations and hear what he's saying. And also, a Jamaican woman might also be able to call back home and say to somebody, you know, him saying come from down a Lennox be good. You can't go down there for me and go ask around and see if you know him. If anybody around there know him. You see what I'm saying? So he might be able to do that. The Jamaican woman abroad might be able to do that, as opposed to if he comes out and he marries a foreigner who does not have any ties to Jamaica.
Yep. Can't do no background check on them.
Exactly. Don't
no
know
background check.
Just taking him at his word, and she don't know what she's in for. She's just taking him at his word, and he's just telling her everything that will keep her on the path where he wants her.
Yep.
Nothing to make her go off. Hey, Sonia, how are you doing? When she says, I'm Jamaican man, I think this is male bashing. No, not male bashing. We are not bashing any male. We are speaking.
We're speaking from experience.
And we're speaking from experience, and we're speaking from the heart. We are not bashing anybody. We are not bashing anybody. And when Jamaican men, whether Jamaican men or any man, disrespects a woman and treats a woman poorly, a woman who has gone out of her way to accommodate you, to take care of you, to build with you, and you turn around and you smash them in the dirt and you run the bulldozer over them. And that is something we are going to talk about, because the same way you could have done it to that woman is the same way you could have done it to me or another sister. So we ain't bashing them, we're speaking the truth. On some comment was nothing you said wrong though. Oh, okay. I think I'm a good man. I don't generalize too much. Okay. So when he says he thinks he's a good man, and whatever it is that his definition is of a good man, he thinks he's a good man. And we need more good men. Honestly speaking, yes, that Eva, lots and lots of manipulation. Why holding my comments? I'm not sure what word you use. I don't know what's holding your comment. Put your comment, Zion. I want your comment. I want to see your comment. I don't know what is holding your comment. You know, YouTube act up sometime. Hey, Facebook, how are you doing? Facebook said too many Jamaican men. AE. What that mean, Auntie Chris? Too many. Faith, tell me what that mean. Too many Jamaican men. AE. Topaz is in the house. You are rare.
I don't know what that is.
A good Jamaican man. There you go. Yeah, I know that YouTube do it sometimes, Wency. So don't Wayne Mountain, the person on the mountain, Zion Mountain. So don't feel offended, my friend. YouTube does that sometimes.
I need to turn this light on. Hold on.
Yeah, YouTube does that sometimes. It's not me, darling. It's not me. Jamaican men specifically. I cannot speak about anybody else. I know that Jamaican men have now taken this reputation on themselves. I'm not sure why. They have taken on this reputation of trickery and scamming, and I don't know why they have joined that gang. You understand?
So,
yes.
A friend of mine just told me that her husband, he's an African, and he actually left her by text message. He said, I don't want this marriage no more, and it was via text. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm thinking it's Jamaican, yeah, but majority of the man them period. I don't know. I just, yeah. I don't know. It's the generation that we are in. I think the new generation, they want this type of lifestyle that is snap, crackle, pop, microwavable. Everything they want it quick, and they don't. You remember back in the days, I was raised in Jamaica, and I remember I used to hear a story about people trying to court somebody, and a man would walk down him tennis shoes till it no have no bottom, trying to go take a woman to the movies because she never come out of the gate. She has stand up over on the other side of the gate, just talking to him, and him have to beg all months, maybe damn near a year before he can get a date for go to the movies. You see what I say? So now it's a different generation where everybody wants everything fast, and they're not getting to really know the people them that they're with.
Okay. Yep. That is so true. Faith says too many Jamaican men are generals and liars. And you know that is the truth, though, Faith.
Yep.
That is
Yep.
true. A lot of them, they
Yep.
don't talk straight. When they're talking to you, you can only see the white of their eyes. They can't
Yeah.
look always have something to hide. People are not going to trust you. Ain't nobody going to trust you.
Yeah.
You
What
know?
Jamaica call it generalship.
Yes. Nobody
Yeah.
gonna trust you. Thank you, Teresa. I never said nothing wrong. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube does that sometimes. I'm so sorry. I have had to apologize for them so many times. I'm apologizing for them again tonight, Mountain. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Yes, I see that happen. While I was in America, Jamaican men treat the white woman better. That is true, Jeanette. It
Yep.
is true.
Yep.
It is true. I have seen it with my own eyes. I have seen Jamaican men married to people of different cultures, and they treat those women like they're queens and angels.
Mhm.
Not that they don't deserve it, they do deserve it, but I'm saying, why they can't treat Jamaican women the same?
Yep.
Why? And I mean, this thing where they're going around and scamming people and love bombing people, and women, I am telling you, I am not blaming the men anymore. I am blaming us, you women. What is it? Why we are so quick to get rid of our money? Money cannot buy love. Money cannot buy love. Stop being so quick. I learned my lesson, guys, and I tell you, I learned it, and I learned it pretty good. And I'm trying to help you all right now. Stop being so quick to let go of your money. You meet a man.
I don't think money is all, because some of them just like, in my sense, then I didn't give no money. Me say, listen to me. You want green card, you pay for it yourself. You want car, you buy it yourself. You understand? But at the same time, he was only in the marriage for that, for what opportunists, just for what he wanted. It wasn't in the marriage for love. So the problem is, I think one of the biggest problem, Trev, is how these people are raised in Jamaica. They don't have no love. No, you remember how your grandparents was like together? Grandma used to stay home and be a homemaker. Grandpa went out and work, and there was the real foundation of love there. These people don't have that. So in their head, they grow up rough. All they know to do is use people. That's how they survived in Jamaica, being a scammer, using people. So when they come, all their whole mindset is to use. Let me see what we can get out of the woman. Yeah. You understand? And if I say, okay, I'll take care of the bills in the house, but you got to figure out how you're going to pay immigration for them papers. You want car, you got to figure out how you're going to get money for that, right? And they say, all right, may we get that. And me not have to pay nothing in the house. So guess what? Me I just either stack my money and send it to other woman, or in my sense, my husband was building a house. You just came here 6 months ago, and you was building a house in Jamaica. When you have the home that I'm taking care of, you're not putting nothing towards it.
But when you send money to Jamaica,
I must send the money. Me find Western Union receipts. 4 different women. Money I get sent to.
And he's not contributing to the house.
He's not contributing nothing to my home. And I say, hey, you got to help me out in the house. And he say, me not send me a bill house at Jamaica. So my whole thought about that is when they come, them have to find means and way how they can use somebody. That's it.
Yes.
That's the whole
Mm-hmm.
mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And in
Mm-hmm.
my husband's sense, he didn't have no brought up. See, you know what I mean? He used to see
Mm-hmm.
him father beat him mother, them live bad life. So you want to come and bring that to me, but you can't bring
Yeah.
that to my home, okay? It now bring them messed up to this here house here, because
Mm-mm.
now you're coming in my home trying to steal my peace, my joy, and everything else. And then
Mm-hmm.
I would come home and sit in my garage in my car after a long day's work because I don't even want to come in my own home because this man is in here and it's misery,
Misery.
misery.
Misery. Mm-hmm.
Girl, boy,
Mm-hmm.
bye,
I
boy, bye.
understand you. I understand you, my sister. Lady B is in the house. Let me get back in the chat. Christine says, I have a friend who wanted nothing but a Jamaican man until she married one, and he slept with almost every woman in her family, even her granny. Now no. In that case, the women in her family need a spanking. Come on now. The
She
women
said,
in her family need a
Granny.
spanking. If she married the man, what is granny, auntie, sister, cousin doing sleeping with him? They have a problem.
But Trev, that's the mentality of Jamaican men again. Let me tell you something. Me had one where say in friend gone what you call it, farm work. And when his
Mm-hmm.
friend gone a farm work, the friend say, "Yo, watch over me family for me." Him had a wife and a son. You know, keep an eye on my family for me. Do you know when the man that farm work, the man breed the woman? The man got him stay in a foreign and send for the son, the daughter, and the wife. But you know them a do DNA.
Mm-hmm.
When DNA come back, the daughter and no for the husband. I feel friend. I feel friend.
Well, I him tell him friend to watch over her.
He never mean go
I,
bed with him. I'm quite sure the
come
friend never say
on.
go bed with me
So
wife.
she not big enough woman to take watch over herself. What I mean by him, I tell her say she for watch over him. She for watch
Well,
him to watch
well,
over
if
her.
they need anything, look about them for me. Like if she need groceries, make sure she have it. Me we give it back to you. Stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
The man never take a sleep with me.
Well, she should have known better too. I mean, come on, that is a very unfortunate situation. Trevor Morgan is in the place. Welcome, Trevor. Jeanette Pierre
Sometimes
says
sometimes they
yes.
coerce. Sometimes they coerce the people them, the man them, you know. They coerce the woman them, you know. Sometimes they
Mm-hmm,
coerce them, you
mm-hmm,
know,
mm-hmm,
talk them
mm-hmm,
into it because them
mm-hmm.
good with their mouth. Them
Yes,
are genial. You
yes,
understand?
yes.
Trev,
Zion Mountain, all right.
hold
Zion
on, let me
Mountain
get
said
some
later.
water, Trev.
All right, Zion, you have a good night, my friend. I'm sorry for what YouTube did to you tonight. I sincerely apologize, my friend. Wincy in the place, blessed one is in the place. I try to tell her not to judge all, by the way, what our Jamaican man, what Jamaica. That yes, Christine, I would say not to judge everybody based on the experience from one person. That I would say. But you have to understand we are humans. And then there are people who are going to say, one snake that I'm afraid of all snake. And then there's another person who says, well, it was a copperhead, so I'll take a chance with a mamba. You know, that is the beauty of life. That's what makes us all different. And we are all going to make our own choices. But what I am doing here is to make you aware of the possibilities that exist out there that should help you to make a decision that is in your favor. You have to pay attention. Oftentimes in these relationships, there are red flags everywhere.
Yep.
There are red flags everywhere, and we wrap
Yeah.
up with something of them and go lay down in a bed like in a bed of roses, like a red roses. They are not red roses, they are red flags.
Yep.
and they are to be stayed away from. And when you notice it and you speak out about it, do not have this individual talk you into believing that what you are saying, what your intuition is telling you is crazy. Because men are good at that. They are good at convincing you that what you are saying is crazy. Oh no, I don't saw it. No, man.
Who hurt you? Who do you wrong?
Who do you wrong? Yes, them love to come up with that. Who hurt you? Who do you wrong?
Some man must hurt you when you did some other relationship and this and that. But no, I see exactly who you are.
Exactly.
I'm seeing who exactly. And I'm calling you out, and you don't want to hear it.
Sonia said that was love. Sonia. Oh, Isaiah, for the comments on not dating no other race, Jamaican woman. That's what I'm saying. You said nothing wrong. The tube is crazy. All right. DJ says, I'm one of the lucky ones. The preconception of Jamaican men are not very good here in the UK, but my experience has been different. My partner is not the stereotypical Jamaican man. And I am happy for you. I am happy for you. Trev, let me in before my battery kick the bucket. Listen, me not see another bottom. Come on, unstoppable man. Come up. Me not see nothing come in, say guess. That diva, something came up a while ago and I looked on it and it said like Dion. And I was like, I didn't see anybody in the chat by that name. And you know, the spammers are out there. I did you that unstoppable? Oh, maybe I did you. Osh. Osh, what did you? Topa said they don't have respect for themselves. So they can't be respectful to the Jamaican woman. And that is true as well.
True.
But Janet has another point. Janet says it's mental. They are mentally, you don't want to say mentally immature? Maybe that's what she was saying. They're mentally immature. Sonia says, even over here, they do that too. Yes, they do a lot of love bombing. They do a lot of love bombing. They see you as an opportunity for them.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that while you are looking at me as an opportunity for you, consider the fact that I want to grow as well. I want somebody to rely on. I want a shoulder to lean on. I want a husband who is supposed to be the stronger gender. I want somebody to want me, somebody to desire me. I want somebody to protect me. You want me for my money. I want somebody to grow with. So if you're not planning to grow here, why are you coming here to steal my peace?
So Trev, here what you say now, what we as women need to do now is change our mindset now.
There you go.
And now we change our mindset. It's about me now. It's about me. I don't give a crap. You ain't got no card. You ain't the man. Here go the man I'm looking for. The one who has the house, the land, the 401k. Okay? Because I'm not going to go down there, go get one and build him up. It's about me now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no,
I agree.
I'm not about to be looking out because we are nurturers. We always want to help somebody, be there sincerely to help somebody. And they're not there for you.
Exactly.
They're there for themselves.
For themselves.
So
they're just
change
looking
our mindset. And if this scenario no fitting how your mindset is, what you want, you walk or leave it right there.
I agree with you 100%. Aura says, I married an American woman, but not for her money. She were to make me an offer, so I take it. But things never go well, so I leave. There it is. That can happen as well. You can go into a marriage genuinely, things don't work out. You leave, and the both of you leave, and you leave respectfully. You know, I don't see any problem with that. You know, you leave respectfully. You don't have to drag the other person. You don't have to come up, make up stories. You don't have to be wicked. You don't have to be cruel. Scroll up for the link. She dropped it. Thank you so much, Dr. Maya. Thank you, Dr. Maya. Tell him for me. In down to 4%. What I mean by down to 4% unstoppable? Want you back up one? You're only thinking about what he could get. Yes, Sonia, that is so true.
Yep. Yep.
I say that every time, no love. I agree. Christine says she agree with you, Auntie Chris. They
Yep.
blame feminism. No, they're not to blame. They're not to blame feminism. I mean, women, it's time that women wise up. We
Yep.
have to wise
Yep.
up. Because as Auntie Chris says, we have this nurturing nature to us where
Yep.
we want to fix it. We want everybody to be taken care of. And
Yep.
in that process of making sure everybody's taken care of,
We get
we
hurt.
neglect ourselves.
We get hurt. We
We
get hurt.
hurt. Pay attention. And society is very harsh on a woman who will walk away from a marriage that is not working for her. But they will praise a man.
Mhm.
They will praise a man for walking away, but they will be harsh on a woman for walking away. Listen, we are going to flip the script and change the narrative and walk away. We
Yep.
are not going to be
Yep.
concerned about what society thinks, what
Yep.
society says.
Yep.
Because as I
That's
tell
it.
you before, society will be the same. I say, not turn with him. The mouth cut cross way, make for chat. The mouth was same mouth was say blessed, will say curse. Let me tell you, if you left your marriage is ordained by God. And at the same time, when you go home, the man about to bruise your teeth, your money,
Yeah.
cheat on you, all these things. And people are telling-
Disrespecting you in your
disrespect
home.
you. And people are telling us if it's stay in marriage, like what?
Me not
God
tell.
ordained what? God never ordained a man to beat you. God never
Exactly.
ordained a man to rob you, love bomb you. No narcissist to come in your life, come thief your money, thief your joy, thief your peace. That's not what God ordained. Let me get back in the chat and see what we say. Most of them grow up without love. There you go, Topaz. A lot of them grew up without love.
Yep.
A lot of them, even if they were in a nuclear family where there was mommy and daddy, a lot of them still did not experience love. I hear one man tell me at 30 years old, he had never been hugged by his mom. And I said, what?
Yep. Yep.
He said, I've never been
Yep.
hugged by my mom. So you see that that person is already broken.
Trev, me hug my husband, and he said to me, nobody hug me, nobody hug me. Me never see my daddy hug up my mother yet. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-mm.
Nobody hug me. Nobody hug me.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And
And a
shove
lot-
his shoulder and push me off. Yeah.
And a lot of times, this is another red flag that we usually overlook. Because we overlook it and we say, oh my God, me sorry for him. This was my situation. Me said,
Yeah.
me sorry for him, my God. Him no know love. Him need love. Him need
Yeah.
nurturing. Him need
Yeah.
hugs.
Yeah, me
Him
can't
need-
fix it. He's broken.
Yes, me
I
can't
can
fix
fix him.
Yeah, we can't fix it. Him need love. So watch me now. I shower him with love. I shower him with
Yes.
love. I
Yes.
don't know what to say.
Because
It's
you know what?
futile.
There's a scripture in the Bible that I misunderstood. It says, "Oh no man, nothing but love, and love conquers all." So in my mind, if I love my husband, it will get right. It will be right. It will come. It will be better. The more I love him, when I tell you do everything for him, and it got worse.
Exactly.
It got worse.
Exactly. Same
It got
here.
worse.
You can love him from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet. If he does not have love in his heart, and sometimes he doesn't have love in his heart for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
You understand? If he does not have that love in his heart for you, no matter how much you love him, all your love is in vain.
Vain.
Is in vain, because he will never love you. Just like Aunt Chris says, the man push her away, say mother never love her, he never see mother and father hug. That right there could be an indication that in his heart he is entertaining the idea of being repulsed by you. He just want the green card, and he no want him no want you near him. Him no want nothing to do with you. He just want the green card and go. But because he want to put up this facade That is why he
But
is
it's
there.
so much you can play it, because it's so much of it you can display. Because if your heart ain't right, it's gonna come right out. It's gonna come out, you know. So no matter how the man go to store, I mean him one living at the house and he go buy Chinese food and I buy me none. I'm just saying, simple little stuff like that. Like you gotta wife.
Right there,
Why did
you see the wickedness coming through?
Yeah, it gonna come out. It gonna display itself.
Yes. And it's for us to pay attention because it is coming. It is coming. I tell you, I went to the church with my husband right after we got married. Shortly after we got married, we went to church. And the pastor said, remember the same pastor him carry me go to when him go cry on his knees and ask the pastor, say, him ask me if he married to him and how much he love me or whatever. And me I keep him off and me not being receptive or whatever. And him carry me go to the pastor, went on his knees and cried and cried and cried and cried. And after me say, all right, me married to him. And we went to church after we got married. And the pastor, the same pastor, said we have a new couple in the church we're going to introduce to the congregation. And he wanted us to stand up. And me like a big blue stand up there. Me said the man sit down, the man never get up. And I stood there like washed with embarrassment.
Wow.
And I am standing there and the pastor is saying, you know, Mrs. So-and-so, and because he knew us now because we had been going to him for like 8 weeks for premarital counseling. So and he's saying, you know, Mr. So-and-so is sitting there, blah, 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 and he's talking. I mean, I don't even think I heard anything the pastor said because I was disturbed in my mind. And I come, you sit down there in the church, you sit down there as the pastor is introducing us, it's like you get up, and I have to be saying, oh, you know, try to take shame out of my eye. Oh,
you're doing damage control and trying to make excuses for him.
Shame kill me. Me say, you know what me do? Because I'm very passive like that. I go home and see, and every clothes what I had bought, and we were going to church every Saturday, and all the clothes, we put them in a barrel and send them to Jamaica. You know when I went back to church with him? When we go christen the baby. Me not go back at church, period. Pastor call and say, come to share. Anyway, Diva says, man has to go work. We are locked. So what you are saying that American men are no different. I am not saying that American men are no different. There are men and there are men. There are American men and Jamaican men who do the same thing. And the same thing can be said about men all over the world. You will find men all over the world with this kind of mess. But I am saying Jamaican men has taken the cake. They are now at the top of the list as men who will scam you. So people are not going into relationships with Jamaican men feeling free to love them and receive love. People are going with their guards up because there are so many stories out there. So many stories of women who have been scammed. Put a green card in the mix and it gets even worse. That is what I am saying. But I'm saying backstage, what I not see. In that time I have a guest backstage, and when I look, I don't see anybody. So I don't know. Material things. Yes, Sonia. My sister Kizzy is in the place. How are you doing, my sister? How are you doing? So good to see you. Topa said true overall. True, but most of them are very bad. Yes, you find them good, you find them bad. There is my sister Dr. Mia in the place. There, blessed one. Hi to Kizzy. Let me make sure I finish up the chat live backstage. Yeah, me not see him, Dr. Mia. Him phone must be dead, man. Me not see him. Please answer before him dead phone stop. Me say Nadiva, me not see him. See me, I touch it and I go backstage and I don't see anybody. I don't see nobody behind there, my friends. All right, now lots of blessings to everyone. Sonia said, I was told that too, that he is building a house. See, same thing you're telling them. I tell you, yes, mine was sending money to Jamaica, and the man look at me and tell me that him buy land. Him and his sister, him his brother, his sister, and his cousin put together and bought a huge piece of land that they intend to put up. And him a send my money. Oh, you send my money to Jamaica for go pay for land. And my land, my name is upon the land. Oh, but you are my wife. And my land. And my land.
Me ask my husband, say, how you live in New York for 2 years and you couldn't send money to build house. And you just moved to where me live, and all of a sudden you build house. You know how long it take me from me come America to buy a house?
Exactly. Exactly. Mr. I said to him, you
can't
and
you want to walk up and have the opportunity to piggyback off of me to build house at Jamaica.
Exactly. And you are here in my house, you eat, you drink, roof over your head, you have school, everything, you have what, and all these things. And then you are going to be telling me that you are sending money to Jamaica and you don't give me $1 in here. But you take my money, send it to Jamaica, go buy out, go build out, go pay land. Oh, you know, say, since we come America, you know, everybody are going like say them turn invalid, and everybody are going like say them not have no money. And when we did that Jamaica, everybody have to put money every month to pay for the land. And now that me come America, everybody are going like say them not have no money. And everybody. Then if you all want to pay for the land's supposed to become yours alone. You understand? You can't use my money. You have to work your money and pay for your land. Pay your portion of the land, brother. You can't use my money.
After you pay the portion of the house you're living in, after you pay for the house that you're living in, because you're not going to send that money to Jamaica to build a house when the house where you're living in.
Exactly. Exactly. No, sir. And I got to tell me about him never did want me to know, and then I got to pay me back, but he never did want me to know. And then when you start working adequate money, when you start working adequate money, now I'm turn to you, I'm say, what do you try, man? We are rush me suffer, man. You're going to let me go somewhere. After me now go nowhere. And not just me and you, we are going to build up this, man. We are rush me suffer. Me just catch up myself. Me just get myself together.
If you can't help somebody, what make you can't help them? What make somebody have to struggle? What make them have to come here, come struggle? If you can't build them up, well, you can't. Me say, what? Me never have nobody build me up. Yeah.
Me not understand. Me not understand how you something they are 2%.
You keep buffering.
That's
you keep buffering, Trev.
I thought it was easy, you know. Kim wants to them mouth very sweet. That is true. Their mouth is very, very sweet. It is now up to us women. We have to start listen and get
Trev,
get wise.
We have to follow our our instincts. When we feel like it not feel right, do not keep walking into the fire.
And sometimes we just go like so we just don't want to let go of the man. We don't want to let go for the money because we have to go back out there and search. Me tell us to go back out there, go search. Not fish out to see more than what come out. Go back, go search and care zero what other people are going to say. Because people are going around you are going to find something negative to say, but only he who feels it knows it. They do not know what you have been through. They do not know what you are going through.
You feel so violated. You feel so violated when someone comes into your space and disrespect you. You know, the girl last night. The girl.
Hit the like button. 36 million people in the house, guys. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. Smash that like button, guys.
The girl last night said she almost felt like she was raped because you violated. It's violation.
Yes. I
feel like you was raped in your own home because you come into my house and disrespected me.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes. And you and I spoke about that before. I tell you, I felt so violated. I felt like I was hijacked and raped.
Yes. Yes.
I did not feel like it just felt so, it made me feel like dirty. Like I just felt so disgusted.
Or beat up on yourself and ask yourself,
Exactly. Like how could
why
I?
did I allow? I'm a smart woman.
Yeah,
Why would I
exactly.
allow
Why
that?
did I allow this to happen? Like,
Yeah.
like, Trev, what, you know, why didn't you have the strength to say nobody, you got to go, G-O-G-O-G-O?
Yeah.
Why, you
Yeah.
know? But
Yeah.
the woman to be blamed, she should keep, Kizzy, behave yourself. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Kizzy, but like yours. I think that Jamaicans as well as Africans adopt American ideologies. Yes, we do. A lot of people do. A lot of people who do. America is this melting pot where everybody comes from everywhere and we adopt their ideologies, which is not much of an ideology to begin with, because a lot of it is imported ideology where people bring from their different cultures and stuff. America really does not have its own culture because it being the melting pot, there are cultures from everywhere in the world. And unless you are a native, which is almost like a dying breed right now, you don't really, America as America is, don't really have a culture, if you ask me. He did watch over the wife. Watch her. All right, Unstoppable say Kizzy bye. You see that Kizzy and me say so, Unstoppable say so. What a nerve them have. I guess the family have to test the goods, our granny included. Yes, Nadiva. Oh my God, that's so far me there in the chat. The woman is to blame him. Did I watch over the cookies? Blessedness say yes, true. Not getting to know each other before moving to the next level. And a lot of times, even when you think you know somebody, you can never know somebody enough. I saw the other day the lady who was married to the man 33 years, did not know the man was a fugitive. You do not know. They will hide from you what they do not want you to know. And so a lot of times when you are in relationships and the person with whom you are in the relationship sort of hides their past from you, they don't want you to be familiar with the people who they have known, people who have known them from childhood. They are afraid. When they see somebody send you a friend request on Facebook, they gotta see who it is. Oh, this no, be a friend. All wicked people them. You think them easy? No, he is trying to discourage you because chances are this person who is sending you the friend request probably has some dirt they want to share with you.
They're gonna be exposed.
Yes,
and they don't want
share
that.
something with you that might save you some heartache in the future. But you will find that this person is helicoptering over you and your associations. Because
I try to do my story on Unstoppable, and mine was like, away I go talk about your business, thing there for away I go. Yeah,
because you don't want to be exposed. They want to keep it quiet, and that is the same thing. That is the same thing as I tell you all that. It was not until I exposed my story on Unstoppable that I found out that the big old lie that he told me that his cousin had put him out with the 2 suitcases and the mother crying and my friend crying bloody murder and saying that Trev, me I beg you, me can't believe say Chev so wicked. Chev is the cousin. I can't believe she's so wicked for put him out the street. I can't believe it. And she signed the paper and she make him come. I believe them. I just thought they could not be lying to me like this. And it wasn't until I told my story on Unstoppable that the lady come and she said, Trev, I can't believe them people that trick you so. Nothing of us so.
Wow.
Chev did not put him out. It was a lie. Chev never put him out. And I was like, really? She said, no, Chev did not put him out. It was something they sat and plotted and planned. And then the three of them tell you the lie and tell you that Chev had put him out, but it wasn't true and not true. And I was like, whoa. But all these things open my eyes and make me know that people out there are evil, they are wicked, and they are cruel. You all have to pay attention. And women, I am telling you, you need to pay attention. You don't ignore your desire to nurture, your desire to care, because it is inside of us to care. But at the same time, what about self-love? What about caring for us? When the red flags are flying around, guys, they are not red roses. Do not take them, wrap yourself in them and go to sleep. Do not do it. Ora says, if the woman keep them legs closed, man. Ora, don't repeat what Kizzy said, because Kizzy not all right. You never really know someone, yet we have actors and actresses. Look at that. Exactly, Dadiva. Exactly. Trev, wait till my battery gone to Diva graveyard. To the graveyard. Listen, Unstoppable, I wanted you to come up because I wanted your contribution to the chat. But I don't know why you always have battery that almost died. Me don't know why. Me don't know why. You need to have some different battery. Melody, good night, my friend Melody. That is my friend Melody Leach right there. Thank you so much, Melody Leach. I sincerely appreciate you coming here. Right on the nail, money can't buy love. There you go. Wait, that's so long that when said. Oh my. Oh my. No, man, that wasn't Unstoppable. Okay, all right. That's why I never accept that. I didn't recognize the name of the person who was back there. So that's why I didn't accept it. Deidre said, it's common sense. Use it. A lot of women think with their heart and not with their head. You know, Deidre, that is a good point. But also, too, we have to be sympathetic towards each other. Because when you enter into a relationship, there is absolutely no guarantee that the man or the woman you are entering into this relationship with is honest. You are going by what this person say to you, and in the long term, what they prove to you. And so some people are lucky enough to go into relationships with honest people who say what they mean what they say, and in the long run, you discover that, well, I did make a good pick. Thank you, Jesus. While there are others of us who go out there and we fall into the traps and we believe also what the persons tell us. Only in the long run, we find out that what we were being told was not true. So some of us are lucky, some of us are not.
Trev, let me say this. The lady last night, she said when she felt the red flag, the first red flag, she had already had all her wedding things together, like everything was paid for. Hear what I say when I watch that. Sometime it's better to count your losses and walk the hell away from. If you felt it that strong, you should have said, you know what? May I walk away from all the money when me pay for catering, the money when me pay for whatever. Walk away from it and count it as a loss.
Yes, but you know, hindsight is 2020, because a lot of us can look back at our situations and say, you know what, that was a red flag right there. I probably should have just walked away then, and we didn't. And then at the end of the day, we'll be like, oh, damn, I should have walked away then, you know? Hey, Woman Purpose, how are you doing, sugar? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Kimon, my sister Kimon, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, Kimon. I sincerely appreciate it. Guys, look at the super chat. You see how God is good? I get a super chat. I came on here broke today, and see, I'm leaving here with a super chat. Thank you so much, Kimon. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Kimon, okay. So long. Blessed One says, the world is changing. Everyone needs to start loving, respecting, and protecting themselves first before others. I agree. Diamond for thyself and the Lord for all of us. Yes, I agree. Wow, guys, me have to hurry up. Sonia says, I will walk. Yes, Sonia. Barbara Richards, real talk, Auntie Chris. Big up yourself. All right.
All right.
We unlock, say, love and discipline. It is two-way around sometimes. By oral, sorry for myself. Someone told that he don't have a heart. A lot of people. Ryan from Ryan Blogs. Shout out to you, my friend Janice Brown. So Trev, why is our divorce rate is greater than every ethnic group? That is true. Black people divorce rate is greater than every other ethnic group. Why? Because our boys are not being raised to respect the women that are in our culture. That is the plain downright truth. We see our boys, we applaud the nonsense that they do while we try to put the women down, as I was saying before. A woman walks away from a lousy relationship. Lord, don't her again, and she wanted a baby daddy. And Lord, oh, she can't even keep one man. Yeah, we talk about her, we talk down to her. On the other hand, a man leaves and it's, this not work for me, my G. This not work for me, yeah, man. I said, yeah, man, big up yourself, thump up your face, and yeah, man, I say you do it. But you see what I'm saying? And the man is out the door with nobody batting an eye, nobody looking at him funny. You understand? And while the woman, men are going to start coming online and talking about, oh, she have too much egg count, and she have all the things that is supposed to make her feel small about herself. And that is why a lot of women are refusing to leave relationships until the pallbearer take them out feet first. Because we see them, one, judge them, We see him want something ugly to say. We see him want to come up with all of this foolishness about body count and egg count and how much fitness she have and all of this nonsense. All of this nonsense. And the poor woman feels as though, where should I turn? The society that is supposed to help me, the society that is supposed to support me, is the same society that is talking ugly about me leaving this ugly relationship. What am I supposed to do? We, as a people, if the divorce rate is out of control, but it is in our hands, we can control it.
A lot of marriages nowadays are transactional.
Yeah, all marriages are transactional. But are you going to make it work for you or not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Me want something, you want something. But once you get that thing, then the marriage is over. That's what's causing the divorce rate. Are
going into marriages with the intention of this marriage surviving, of this marriage lasting. They are going into marriages already have a preconception of the length of time that this marriage is supposed to last. This marriage is only supposed to last until I get that green card, or until I set myself, until I am able to buy my own car, until I'm able to pay my own bills, until I am able to take care of myself financially. Then I am out the door. I no longer want to be with this woman, or I no longer want to be with this man.
Yep. That's it. That's it. It's a transaction. And once the transaction over, so is the marriage.
Yes. And that is why so many people, marriages are just out of control these days. Nobody's staying married. It is easy to get into marriages and it is easy to get out. Once upon a time, it was not that easy. Why? Because mommy always stay home barefoot and pregnant. All right? Mommy does not work. Mommy does not have a job. She does not have any finances of her own. She does not have any. Where is she going to go with 8 babies? She ain't got no place to go.
She was a homemaker. She was a homemaker. She took care of the home. So, the man went out and work and she had to depend on him. So she,
And she can't run back to her parents' home because her parents are going to say, go on back to your husband.
Exactly.
Your husband came here to ask you. But nowadays, not so. Because if any of my children come home and say, Mommy, my marriage isn't working or whatever, and my door is wide open. I'm not going to say, go on back to your husband. Go on back to your... No. My door is wide open. If it's not working out, come on home. Simple as that. Simple as that. Hey, Ryan, how are you doing? There's my friend Ryan in the chat, inviting everybody to go ahead and hit the like button. I met one the other day. All right, this is Dadiba. I met one the other day. Mother and father married from Manchester. Said his parents never told him they love him. Me block and delete him just like that. It was the other night we were on the chat and somebody said they had met one who was so in love, and all of a sudden he start telling her that his car break down in Jamaica and want help. Whenever
block and delete, and they want credit. They want credit. It's always credit. When they want to talk to me, you want to talk to me, but me must pay for you to talk to me. Block and delete. Block and delete.
Block and delete. Block and delete. Yes, man. Oral says that man doesn't love you. No, man. Ryan says thank you to everyone. Thank you so much, Ryan. We are locked. Thank you so much for that contribution. We are Latin Nation. I sincerely appreciate it, my brother. Boy, guys, you see, my grandmother always say, you better walk for little something than sit down for nothing. So see, I welcome over here on YouTube and my friends are blessing me. Thank you so much, my friend. Most men only love their cucumber. You know that is true though. Most men, they think that a woman is attached to them based on that too. And they just think that once they can pipe you down just fine, you shouldn't want anything else. What you're worried about? You don't have to worry about nothing. Because as soon as you start to express concern about their behavior, they think that a good piping down is supposed to suffice for everything else.
Yeah, so. Keep you quiet. Keep you quiet.
Yes, keep you quiet. Yes, man. They come with the keep quiet stick.
Tan Toddy, me I gonna give you what you want. Go sit down in our corner.
You're miserable. I just a good piping down you want. No, sir.
No, sir.
Give what was not given. Oh, he can't love you because he wasn't given love. Run him. Right, Joseph. Hey, Joseph, how are you doing, my love? Good night, my favorite lady, and to everyone in the chat. Welcome, 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 Joseph, my love. How are you doing? Trev, you should have kicked exactly. Should have. Hindsight is 2020. Believe me. Should have. And man sit down there and ball bloody murder, and tell me, say, oh, him not like them formal things, him not want them formal things, and me I gonna make a big deal. And Trevor, this year I gonna make mash up with my Trevor, really, this year I gonna make mash up with marriage. I mean, didn't know, you know, yeah. So Jamaican men on the top of the list for scamming. Jamaican men, yes. Yes, listen, check your microphone. Microphone good now? Cause it look like it act up. It's supposed to be good now. Me don't know why, guys. Me say, I don't know if it's because I move my desk, I move my life in this corner. I noticed that over the last few things it's been acting up. But anyway, we're gonna move right along. I look like I'm hearing me right now.
Trev.
Diva said Nigerians and Africans. That is true. I use a loser that Trev. Yes, Christine. Good night, Trev. Here I'll be sure to subscribe to your channel. It was an interesting. Thank you so much, Deidre. Thank you so much, Deidre. I sincerely appreciate it. Those of you who have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is a great time to do so, guys. Do not forget also to hit the like button if you are on your way out. Hit the like button before you leave, guys. If you're talking it behind my back, if you're taking it behind my back, you stole it. So how can you be borrowing it? I don't know about it. Exactly. But you know how long me talk about that? Then I saw me in the chat. When my desk there for come drape me up. Get on. I just connected to Ryan. Yes, we are Lock Nation. I told you, connect with Ryan. That's a good place to go to grow. Can't know them CM. So true to yourself, love the best. Exactly. Trevor, you freezing. Yes, brother. Some art get cool against man them. That's why we are freezing. Oh, not too serious, guys. Just a joke. But anyway, kind of true. But anyway, Winsome, Winsome, how are you doing? Winsome. Oh, me say me way back in the comments, Jeanette. Jesus have His mercy. How me way back in the comments, so Jesus. Sometimes people ignore the signs and hope they can change others. Yard foods in the place so long, I'm just a seed. Oh my God! All right, I think me catch up now. All right, yes, actions speak louder than exactly, Jeanette. Jeanette, actions speak louder than words, and oftentimes we see the actions. It's right there in our eyes, and we just ignore it, and we call it all kinds of other things except what it is.
Yes.
Yes. A man who afraid for hold your hand, and him just married. Him afraid for hold your hand in a public. You understand me? Facebook is up, Instagram is up, everything. And this is a man who always puts up his achievements and everything on Instagram, on Facebook. You want him get married, he don't put up one picture with his wedding. All right? Him don't put up one picture. When we say, then how comes you don't put up no picture on the wedding? He say, yes, man, picture for the wedding did it. I mean, but them time they never on Facebook, you know. So I mean, say, then how comes me not see me I go on Facebook? I mean, not see no picture. When I see put up my picture at the wedding on the Facebook, yes, man, picture did it, make me show you. But when he open the Facebook and I show me the picture, in the something, me not even realize. Years later, me realize that maybe when you put up the picture on Facebook and you put it say only for you alone to see,
private.
So, right, it is up, but only him alone can see it.
It's not public.
See it. So then him say, because you don't have no Facebook, man. Because you're just a guest for Facebook, that's why you can't see. That time poor me, not even a pre nothing. Not even a pre nothing. When people say, I never see a picture, me and him been friends since before you and him married. I never see a picture of him, you and him on Facebook. A wedding, nor nothing yet. So, me say, so him tricked me this again. Him didn't have the picture. I didn't put them when him alone can see them. But when he showed it to me on his phone, it looked like it on Facebook. Poor me, I know what me I look for. So me I know say it is only set for him alone to see. Me say poor me. If talk about getting played. Oh my God. We men must take responsibility for what we put out in the atmosphere. Very good. We must take responsibility. Men and women, everybody must take responsibility. But the men, they might take the cake. They might take the cake, man, with this scamming. So while they might take the cake, us as women, we need to pay attention to what is happening. We need to pay attention. Too many of us are going into relationships like blind Bartimaeus. We see the red flag. The man might be telling you something and not telling you everything. He's telling you about his life in Jamaica. He's telling you what he did. You tell me you're gonna meet one man 40 years old. And when what he been doing in Jamaica, say he's been an adult for 20 years. And I'm gonna tell you, hustle, me the hustle, man. Hustle. Me a hustler. What that mean? What you mean by a hustler? You understand? And we just take that and say, all right. I say, all right. Me I go be the one to take on all of this responsibility. Me I go be the one to take on all of this responsibility. And then you take on all of this responsibility. And then at the end of the day, he does not appreciate it. You get left out in the cold. You are bewildered by what has happened to you. You are now feeling lost because, oh my God, how could he do this? It does not matter what you have done for a person. When they are ready to go, they will go. It don't matter, guys. If you are doing good for somebody, you are the one doing good for the person, and the person is not appreciating it. It's time for you to pull back your hand. Pull back your hand and let them go. You cannot love them into loving you. You cannot care for them enough for them to care for you. If they don't care for you, if they don't love you, that's just where it's at. And it's about time that we start take responsibility for ourselves and not wait until everything gone down the tube and then we blame the man. And then we blame the woman. Then we blame the person. No. Don't wait until everything go down the tube and then you blame everybody. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Pull it up in hand. Take it up in hand as soon as you see things start to not look right. Because trust and believe me, had I taken up things in hand from the beginning, I would not have had the story that I have these days. I would not have had that story, but it was not a story that I desired to have. I would have let go of this long time ago from the get-go, get rid of it, wash my hand off of it, and bid goodbye. But my heart kept telling me, and I kept listening to him say, oh, Trevor, this is going to make mash up your marriage. Don't make this mash up your marriage. Don't make this a large Trevor, little something this, and that's not a big thing. If it's a big deal to you because it hurts your feeling, it is a big deal. Treat it as such. All right? And if the big deal means that you are going to escape, you are going to take yourself out of this situation that is not doing you any good, take out yourself. Take yourself out. Remove yourself. Let me see. I have somebody in the chat. There is my brother. There we go. Okay, hold on. We Unlock Nation. How are you doing, my brother? Guys in the chat, this is my brother, We Unlock Nation. If you have not yet connected with him, go ahead, connect with my brother, We Unlock Nation, my friends. Thank you all so much. What's up, We Unlock? How are you doing?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm wonderful, my brother. I am wonderful. Talk to me. What's up?
Well, we talk about the same thing all the time, all across the board, about how men should be, or women should be, accountable for what they do in the hemisphere of full-blooded men. And I used to live in that space until I found out that there is a ripple effect once you start criticizing women and ultimately doing them wrong in the process. I mean, divorce rates go up, you start cheating, and you start going into other things like doubling up your relationships with people that you don't know while you're married and thinking it's a good thing when it's not. And that was the atmosphere. It's still the atmosphere to this day. With that, caused the ripple effect to go to the other side where there ain't no ish men. Now, I know there are plenty of spaces along that side that there are people who truly hate black men, truly hate black men for all the things that black men have done. And I say, you know, that we have to take blame for it. Well, me personally, I don't have to take blame for anything because, I mean, I don't dog women out like that. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by any means of the stretch. But when you live in a world full of people who desire to hate you because of possibly you don't have a great relationship with your mother, you don't have a great relationship with your father, you want to blame everything on women. But I can say the exact same thing about men. That's why men turn into, you know, tomboys and all this other stuff. And they don't have a good relationship with men. Some do, some don't. You know, but we constantly go on this.
You mean the women? That's why the women turn into tomboys.
They turn into tomboys for plenty of different reasons, but most of the reasons come from atmospheres like manospheres and stuff like that, and people telling them they should really just do nothing but cook and clean all day. Excuse me, my mother worked at General Motors for over 30 years, along with my father. My father, as short as his life was, he worked at the same plant or different company, or same company but different plant. It wasn't not too long across the street from where my school was, back in Lansing, Michigan, in the States. So you can't tell me that any woman is capable of not only love, respect, and doing charitable things, but they are capable of much more things. Now, they're not as physical as a man. We can all agree to that. They're not as physical as a man, but I do know for a fact that if they can work at the plant and do as much as you could and contribute into the homes just like a man can, contribute into many other spaces just as a man can, why can't they get married? And marriage, let's be real. We adopt a lot of ideas from TV.
That's true.
Most of us need to just put the TV remote down and stop listening to Oprahs of the world and the Wendy Williamses, and their marriages stopped a long time ago. If you want to go the Steve Harvey route, then that's your business. But I personally know that in my generation, there have been plenty of them married, plenty of them been divorced, but they still they don't go very far. People who have gotten divorced don't go very far from their children, but they still have a stable relationship with their exes. And I would say a few of them remarry. It all depends on your situation. It all depends on who you listen to nowadays, because YouTube and a lot of the internet has just damaged relationships, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. So here we have another opinion, guys. Hold on there, my brother. Here we have another opinion where my brother is saying the internet. I don't think I want to blame the internet so much, but the internet does play a role in how we behave, because of course, yes, everybody here can admit you're either on the internet some way, some shape, some form for a lot of hours, for a day, for a week. Yes, we are on the internet, and certainly the things that we see, the things that we hear, and the things that we partake of on the internet certainly influence our behaviors. Some of us were not enriched as children with moral codes that are supposed to bind us and hold us together based on and to control the decisions we make as adults. Therefore, we are open to anything goes. There are no lines, there are no boundaries. Oh, don't let anybody put you in a box. Think freely, do whatever, that sort of thing. But that's for another conversation as we talk about how these men are treating women and having women put Jamaican men at the top of the list of the love scammers. I see my brother Overton walk into the place. Overton, how are you doing? Good to see you, my love. Janet says, I could shake your hand, Trevor, on Facebook, but no pictures of the wife. Exactly. No pictures. No pictures. And then you want to say, oh, you think me want Facebook in my business? You think me want the whole world in my business? No, the whole world need to be in your business. The whole world needs to be in your business, because what are you hiding from the whole world? Why are you hiding from the entire world that you are married and that you are married to this woman? What are you afraid of? Who out there, whose feelings you don't want to get hurt by them knowing that you're married and that you're married to this particular woman? Whose feelings you don't want to get hurt? So I see a lot of women saying, oh, my husband put up my picture on Facebook. I'm not telling you to, you can't force anybody to put up anything, but they put everything else. They put everything else. So if you go and put everything else, why you not want to put up your wife that you and your wife married? No, because why? That is a red flag. I'm gonna make him tell you nothing, guys, because nobody cannot tell me anything. If you are married and if you put up everything else on Facebook, you and your wife go to a jumping jig Chuck E. Cheese wherever, but you put up yourself alone at the Chuck E. Cheese, but you don't put up your wife at the Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, you and your wife go to the park. Go to the park or go wherever you want to go. The two want to go wherever. And you put up on Facebook that you were at this hotel, but you didn't put up on Facebook that it was you and your wife at the hotel. Why you hiding? You misleading somebody into believing that you were at this hotel all by yourself. Oh, look at me living the life. You leading somebody on. That's what you're doing, because you're not being honest. And that is a sign. And any woman who sit down and believe when a man tell them, oh, we don't want my life on Facebook. Well, if you don't want your life on Facebook, don't have Facebook. But you cannot put up everything else and then you don't say anything about your wife. You don't acknowledge your wife. And women do it too. So everybody has to open their eyes and pay attention. There are lots of things going on behind the scenes when somebody is unwilling to let anybody else know that you are their person. People are eyeing you. You go out with somebody and they're walking miles ahead of you. You are supposed to be walking together and they're walking miles ahead of you. It's a sign that they don't want to be associated with you. They don't want somebody to see the two of you and say, oh, the two of you were walking together. They saw a man going down the road and they saw a woman going down the road. They didn't see the two of you walking together. You're going to a store and the man you and him is not together. Him go round all the way around there, so, and you are here looking at stuff, you don't see him. And then when him show up, is after he pays at another register. You're going to JC Penney and you don't still looking at something and him disappear in the store. And when he comes back, he has his bag with whatever he has bought. All of these things are signs, guys, that we need to pay attention to. But some of us, we are so in love. We don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to lose the man, because that means we have to go find another man. And it's so hard to find a man. Yes, it is always hard. It is also hard to make more money. It is hard to get rich. It is hard for everything is hard. But the one thing that should not be hard is for you to maintain your peace. And if the man is in there and he's not, yes, and if he's there and he's not contributing to your peace, he needs to GO. We're paying too much of a high price. And when I heard that lady talk about how this man treated her, even before the marriage, it made my heart weep. Mission is in the house. Welcome into the house, Antoinette. You're late to the class. Thou shalt not be late. I'm going to put you in the corner to kneel down on 2 bottle stoppers. But anyway. but anyway. What you say, we are like?
It ain't talking about me.
I'm talking about Antoinette in the chat. I will put her in the corner and kneel down on 2 bottle stoppers. Hit the like button once you come into the live chat, guys. This is Trey from Jamaica Unstoppable. And tonight is another Tuesday night where we are doing Red Flag Review. The conversation has heated up so much that we have not even been able to listen to the story that we have tonight for us to listen to, for the conversation to surround. We have taken it all over. But but I am still going to be playing. I'm still going to be playing this this story that this lady shared online, so we can listen to it and learn from it. Take it. We are locked. Go ahead. Let me hear what you got to say before I start playing this story. Or do you want me to go ahead? What we're doing? Talk to me.
You know how you're able to obtain peace?
Talk to me. If you talk about peace, I am all in.
If your man wants to know about you before he can talk about himself, 80%, 85% of the conversation belongs to the woman. 15% of that belongs to you. I could care less about me. I know all about me. I want to know about you. I want to know about your morals, your ethics, your religion, if you have it, where you want to go and where you see yourself in the next 15, 20, 30 years. I want to know about what your favorite color is, what your favorite movie is. What do you like? Do you like ice cream? What type of ice cream do you like? Do you like long dresses? Do you like short dresses? Do you not wear panties? Do you like wearing panties? The point is, if you have the audacity to talk about yourself, then you have lost, because the conversation is all about yourself. That's one thing. The other thing is chivalry.
I like that.
Chivalry. Has chivalry been lost in these day and age? I don't think so. But real men, and this is why they call me Mr. Simp. Simp meaning I'm simping for a woman and spending money on one particular woman, and she doesn't have sex with me the first night. Why does she have to have sex with me the first night? That's an oxymoron. It shows appreciation. If I like this woman, then I want to do any and everything that I can to see if I can get her in my grasp, and I can one day love her, one day hold her, one day respect her, one day make her breakfast in bed. What's wrong with that? I guess it's the day and age that we live in, but that's number two.
And I say, what are we, the women of my generation, the mothers of the 60s and 70s, what have we taught our sons and our daughters? What have we taught our children? Because our children are now giving us grandchildren. People of my age are now grandparents. What have we taught our children to make them into great mothers and husbands and fathers? What have we taught them? Because a lot of people right now who are creating mayhem and havoc are people who are children from my generation. They are children of people from my generation, and we grew up with a different sense of belonging, a different sense of worth, a different sense of authority from these children. So if everybody continues to teach the children less of these things, then can you imagine 3 generations down the road? Everything is going to be gone. Everything. And it's not just going to be us here saying that Jamaican men are quick at tricking you, jingling you, giving you sweet mouth, whatever, is going to be just about everybody. So we all are, all our grandchildren and great grandchildren are going to be just in it and just say, you know what, life is made for female and male to procreate. We are going to procreate. I'm not expecting anything from him. He's not expecting anything from me. Whatever happens, happens. And when we reach that point where it is whatever happened, we know that we have essentially destroyed ourselves. Guys, let me see who came in, who I didn't. Merville is in the place. Welcome in the place, Sister Merville. Brother Merville. How are you doing? I'm warm by itself. There we go. People don't know how to be appreciative of each other anymore. No drop down pants around here, just like that. Pull up your pants. That's why you got a waist. Pull up your pants. You got a waist. Yes. Pull up your pants. So I say, I walk and spread your feet on one side. So walking and spreading your feet one side like this so you can hold up your trousers when you got a belt in there to hold the trousers to your waist. What kind of nonsense? And 3 different drawers showing you.
Trev, you know where they got that from? They got that from prison.
From prison.
The butt crack became the new cleavage.
Yes. So yes.
If I see you with your trousers down, that means you want something.
What you walking around with your trousers down like that for? Exactly. Yes, I see it. It's not entertaining. It's not attractive to me, but to each his own. But anyway, guys, we are still talking here. Welcome, guys. If you have not yet hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button. And as we do this, guys, we are going to be listening. We are going to be listening to this story that was shared on the internet this week. This story, when I tell you, broke my heart. It broke my heart in a million different pieces. It broke my heart in a million different pieces. And I'm going to be sharing this story with you all, for those of you who did not hear it. All right, here we go. No, I don't know that's so. Thinking I was married my husband. No, actually, I met my husband and we were friends for a time until conversation. After this, we started doing what's up? I continued to attract to other more and more. So actually, I had planned to November gone. This is my own business. I had no plans of getting married or anything like that. Anyway, based on the conversation that we had, my husband,
they said the audio's too low, they can't hear it.
And I said, sure. He said, I'm only going to be able to pursue if I want to hug or in that form a romantic way. Being as you are a minister. I said, no, it only can go through marriage. That's the only way you're going to be able to touch me because, based on my belief, I ain't going to bed with no man unless I'm married. Mm-hmm. And I was stern about that. So he decided to respect that and said he would marry me. So of course, there's a thing called love at first sight. It's natural, and he had convinced me the time to feel that way.
So we started to talk marriage and all of that good stuff. So he said when he went to check the cost for ring and tuxedos and all those stuff, you know, for the wedding, because we had actually came up with a date that we would do it short while I'm in Jamaica. So it wouldn't be anything big because it's such a short notice. But it would do in the same time I come down in November. So he said because of COVID closed down and all of that, he had problems getting the stuff and all of that. So I said, okay, I'll get the stuff from here. All right, so I get the stuff from here and get his ring size, I get his tuxedo, I get everything basically. And I did everything from here, meaning I paid for the hotel, I paid for the hotel, I paid for $1,200 US for the ceremony, $1,800 US to stay at the hotel because it was at Bahia Principe, and it cost me a lot of money. Wow. They don't know that I was marrying a narcissist. And I'm telling you, even when I came down, the first time I went to his house when I came down, you know, there were a lot of things that was out of place or needed to be replaced. And of course, a female being with a man, you're thinking it's your husband. So if you see things that needs to be done, you're gonna get it done. Not only about the things that I get done, but this man had no water. His water was disconnected, and his water was disconnected for over 80,000 Jamaican dollars. Wow. And at one point I came to Jamaica and he had no water. I had to take my bath by the neighbor's house. So I decided to pay the water bill because I'm like, I don't want to come back to Jamaica and have to and have to pay by the neighbor's house and I have a husband. He wasn't working. He's working. He's a gym instructor. Montego Bay is a big gym instructor. So all right, we go from there, and then I realized that when we go to the hotel now, I mean the day of the wedding, right? The day of the wedding, I don't know what his intentions were, but obviously it's opportunity versus love. So after the marriage ceremony ended, we went to the room. I realized that the video of the song that we marched to did not came through. The video was not successfully done. So the wedding coordinator said we should get dressed. Put back on my dress, he put on his tuxedo, and she's gonna come and shuttle us to the gazebo to redo the march and stuff. And he made a big deal out of it that he's not putting on back his tuxedo because obviously he wanna go dress up in different clothes, go drink champagne. His motive was to just take pictures of the hotel to post on social media that he's in Bahia Principe. So he made a big deal that he was not gonna put on back his tuxedo. Now this is my wedding day, and you know, and I spent so much money, so I was crying. I was crying, and the wedding coordinator actually prayed with me because I was so broken down. And then she went over to him and convinced him, knowing where you came from. And she was a good while to convince him too, to put back on his tuxedo. So we went through all of that and all of that and all of that. After we leave the ceremony. Normally I'm a Christian, I'm always in my shell. But this was my moment. So we went down to the poolside and I had on a two-piece. And I said, I'm going to get out of my shell because we just get married. So I started to dance for him. I can't dance, but I'm like, okay, I'm dancing for my husband and you know. And he was videoing me. I said to him, look, you know I don't post these things on Facebook. And he said, listen, this is for my eyes only. Okay. The man which is supposed to be my husband videoed me naked while I'm going in the bathroom, and I didn't know he was videoing me. When I turned around and I saw the phone is capturing on me, I asked him if he's videoing me, and he said, no, I want to come and date with you. So anyway, I ignored that. Every month that I'm coming to Jamaica, I would bring a lot of stuff for him, clothes and shoes and the whole 9 yards, because I realized that stuff needed. So 1 month I decided, okay, I'm coming down for my album launch, and I literally told him this month I'm not gonna do any shopping to bring anything. And this was the month that I chose not to bring anything when he chose to say he was only playing. What could he be doing with me? So he decided.
All right, we are stop right there. So right there, so we are stop to know. Jeanette says, "In my Think Jamaica is in the house. Think Jamaica. We spent some time this morning to get together. This morning, I know we're spending some more time together. Oh boy, that's a good thing, huh? All right, that is Think Jamaica. In Jeanette says, in my opinion, children are turning into adults before they are actually adults. That is one of the reasons why there is a breakdown on family values. Well, that might be so, but then again, if children are taught, you know, if children are taught the morals, the values, whatever you want to call it, then I don't think whenever they turn into when they start adult activity, those things will change. Just my opinion. I don't think so. But anyway, this story here, guys, it made me scratch my head, because this woman, it seems like I look in the mirror and I see myself with this kind of foolishness. Yeah, like I see myself, believe me, with this system. We Unlock, you heard all that went on just now?
Most of it, yes. Yes.
Okay. Where are the red flags you see where this woman should have run already? Because I see where she should have run long time.
Pretty much, we're talking about a baby in the male. With the one thing you do not do, and I learned this in my marriage, is when it's the woman's time, it's the woman's time. Your job is to just stand there and look pretty for your groom and let the brides commence. And when they walk down that aisle, you're supposed to smile and
okay.
let the reverend, the preacher, or whoever give his sermon, and you're supposed to repeat after him, and then the songs and the
smile.
Yes, everybody's supposed to smile, but yet you just acting a damn fool, bruh.
Okay, all right. So right there and then, he wanted the marriage. First, I saw the red flag from the beginning. She said they've been friends on Facebook for a while. People on Facebook are not your friends. People need to understand these people on Facebook, especially these men coming into your DMs, and because you have been talking to him for maybe a year or a few months, he's on Facebook sending you I love you emojis and stuff like that. You still don't know this person. So when you say you are coming to Jamaica and this person is going to say, can I hug you? Can I kiss you? And, oh no, unless you marry me. Unless we are married, we're not going to hug and kiss. What kind of ultimatum is that you're giving to this man who is a total stranger? That you will never met except you see what he sends you on a Facebook post. So right there and then, I thought, sister made the wrong move right there. Right there.
She did. Did she or did she not explain, because the whole audio was like real low?
Yeah, she said he told her, he asked her if when she came to Jamaica, if he was going to be able to like touch her or kiss her or whatever like that.
How long have they known each other?
She just said a long time. She said they've been a long time friends on Facebook. But that's what I'm saying. If you on Facebook with somebody exchanging messages and stuff,
that could be 6 months.
Yes.
That's not a long time.
Yes, you don't really know the person. You don't know the person. You just talk to the person on Facebook, but you don't know this person. They could send you a million messages and you could answer with a million emojis and vice versa. You do not know this person. So if you give this person, this unknown person, this ultimatum, unless you marry me, and then the person says, okay, well, we're going to get married. That right there is a red flag.
Trev,
really? Just like that?
Trev, let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, Trev, I want to have hot midnight passion with you. And you say, and to that you say what?
What? I don't know you, bro. How do I just go?
How long do I have to know you? How long do I have to know you to get to know you?
No, sir. That's the. I don't know you. I've never met you. But the first meeting we're going to meet is going to be a wedding.
Take it.
What
at least 2 years.
Hold that thought.
Here's the thing. Huh?
Hold that thought. 1 minute. Let me see. I don't want the chat to get away from me. Diva says, yep, some just think they are too grown. 115 and I tell him to go look work part-time and school, going down the wrong path, being the follower of friends. Okay, that's a bad idea right there. You have to drip him up and straighten him out, Diva. Let me see what Answer will say. Love, once we talk on Facebook, relationship start up change to a relationship with Trevor. Yes, unstoppable. One talk we talk on Facebook 2 years ago, and the relationship started shall never end. All right. And we are gonna do now? Propose to me? I've made that too much. All right, go on with me now. Tell me what you're saying now. We are locked.
I made that mistake before, by the way. I made that mistake, and I would never do that again. I mean, it's one thing to seek somebody that's in our state or in our city. It's another thing to get with somebody online and expect what? You don't know each other. All you do is write messages. Y'all may send each other pictures or whatever, but y'all don't really know each other. No. I mean, you don't know if he snores real loud. You don't know if she passes gas a lot. You don't know. It's just you got to know each other in sync. You got
some men like when women pass gas.
Y'all, at least a year. I say, in my opinion, with communication being key, at least a full year. I'm not talking 6 months. I'm not talking 6 weeks. I'm not talking 6 days. I'm talking about.
I'm married in short order. I had a short order marriage as well, and I mean, I would have a short order marriage again. It all depends. I mean, it's not the length of time, because I see people all the time say they meet somebody and they don't only known each other for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they got married and they have a wonderful time. You know, have a great marriage, wonderful marriage. That is because the two people went into this relationship with the same views, the same ideas, the same plans. And if they were not the same, they agreed that they were going to work together to make the relationship work. That is a totally different scenario from somebody who's coming into the relationship for one reason only, and that is to use the other person. A marriage of that nature will never work.
So you're just going to basically mate with her, pregnate her, and then leave? Is that the plan? Or if that's the case, you know what happens in other parts of the world? They slang you for that.
Well, not in this side of the world. So people here are doing their own thing. They're doing their own thing. They are not there's no society is not holding these people responsible. So they are just going around and just doing this. And women have to start opening their eyes. Open your eyes, because trust me, they can fool some of the people some of the time, but they can't fool all the people all the time. Open your eyes and pay attention. Don't be so, you know, forgiving and so nurturing. Lord, I know nothing, Lord, I know nothing. That woman went to the hotel after the wedding. There was a reason why that video did not play in the wedding. It was a sign from God. Just like, oh, my veil did catch a fire upon my head. It is a sign from God.
God said
do not go through with this. This is a bad omen already. The veil caught fire on top of my head. Just like I saw this woman in the wedding, and some of the wedding did not catch on video. It's a bad omen. It's a sign. All right? But she went through with it. And on your wedding day, he gonna make you cry like that because he don't want to put back his clothes on just to do another march. What's so hard in doing something like that? Why would you want to sit there and watch your bride cry because you refuse just to put on back a tuxedo just to do another march? Come on now.
And
that's a sign that he's getting the marriage from the beginning. Like, what you say, Willa?
I say he wants to drink and have a good time and put on some.
Exactly. He wants to drink and have a good time. He don't care about nothing about the wedding. He don't care nothing about the wedding.
This is what I mean. Communication. Communication is key in every relationship. If I'm communicating with you like I'm communicating now, are you going to take me seriously if I told you I want to get married to you? No. You're not going to take me seriously.
No, I'm not going to take you seriously. No. You know, this is... Let me see what the diva said. I'm not the one to get into trouble with those child. So calling people over no pitney. Too much free time for these kids. You know something? These children and the things that society is teaching these children, the things that they are learning in school, that they are putting in the school curriculum. Let me tell you something. These children, it's a different generation of children that's growing up. Let me tell you something, it's a different generation of children. That's going to be for another topic. It's a different...
She'll be back.
Learning something completely different, and chances are they are gravitating towards what is being taught in school more than they are gravitating towards what you have taught them. Let me tell you, I have seen it. I continue to see it. I am seeing it. We all need to pay attention to the things that our children. You see Florida start to do something about the...
She'll be back.
You know, I don't engage. But honestly speaking, the things that are being taught to our children is just downright, a lot of it is outright ridiculous. But that's not the topic tonight. We are talking about these men who are love bombing these women into believing that they love them. And then the bad thing about it is, I do not so mind if you are in the relationship and you want to leave. But why, when these Jamaican men have to leave a relationship, they have to be so dirty? What do they get out of being so dirty? What is wrong with just leaving? What is wrong with just leaving? What's wrong with leaving? Why you have to start making up stories? Why you have to start putting up private pictures and private videos online to embarrass, to shame the person you are already leaving? That person is already broken by you leaving, but you still want to make sure so you break them in two and crush them, put them in the pulverizer and destroy them. Why?
Trev.
Why? It's not necessary. It is not necessary. And I'm sorry, guys, but the good always suffer for the bad, because when we talk about the things that men do to women, and some men get offended because they have never done these things and they do not wish to do these things, but they see where these things have happened, we cannot turn a blind eye. So as much as we love to give you your roses for being a good man, We still have to talk about the thorns that are in the garden here. We still have to talk about it. Topa say, yes, some people can be very nasty to the ladies. It's true. Some of these men are just plain and downright correct. I had to have somebody send me a photograph of me they found on Facebook wearing just my underwear. Just me saucer drawers. Pardon me French. You understand? For what? Why? Why?
Question.
Why? And then when police come and lock you up, no, you come and say, oh, me make police lock you up. No, I'm gonna make police lock you up because of what you did. That's why police lock you up. Sure.
Question.
Shoot.
Who is there any institutions, any community based on young men, or I would just say like what we do in America? What was it called? Big Brother, Little Brother programs, or like elderly men teaching the young men in the community about how to become young men, stuff like that.
Listen, those may exist. I don't know, but if those resources exist in my country, those things are for up.
She'll be back.
Pathfinders Club, if you are Adventist, if you are I don't know the other social services that are available, but if there are social services in your community, when I was growing up, there was always the youth club. There's always the community youth club, and the men who operated the community youth club were respectful people,
I know what she's saying.
Oh, there, and we learned, we were playing netball and soccer, and there was games going on, and there was, it was a good sense of community. Them are people nowadays I have no sense of community, no sense of pride. It's not their business. Nothing is their business.
That's these days. It's not funded.
Yeah, nothing is their business. It is not their business, no matter what it is that is happening around them. They don't care what is happening around them. It is thy man for thyself and the Lord for all of us. Everybody is on their own accord. There's no togetherness. And then you wonder why these men grow up like this, why they are like this. That's exactly why. That is exactly why. No sense of community. Topa said, we have to point out the dysfunctionality to help change negative mindset right there. Exactly. We have to point it out. We have to point out the dysfunctionality. And a lot of times it is not being pointed out. It is being swept underneath the rug. Nobody is addressing it. And when it is not addressed, it remains and it festers. And before you know it, it's a gaping wound, gangrene, smelly. Yeah. And that is what is happening with these men who are love bombing these women into getting into relationships with them and marrying them. And they know, if you know something, and we are locked. From the moment you meet somebody, you can tell whether or not this individual would be ripe for you as a mate, as a long-term mate for a relationship.
Oh, I would know.
Once you meet somebody, you don't have to be with somebody for 20 years to be able to determine whether or not this person would be an appropriate mate. You don't need 20 years for that. And when you meet somebody, there are traits that you observe, whether it is how they talk, whether it is how they walk, whatever it is, maybe it is something they shared with you. Whatever the case is, that will make you determine at that point, you don't want to deal with him, you don't want to deal with her, no, sir. No, sir, we don't want to deal with her. You understand? But you still, even though you have already determined in your mind that this individual would not make you a suitable partner based on whatever a suitable partner is to you. You still go ahead and you go on with the relationship. The person got a job, the person is working, the person is able to take care of themselves, the person is kind, might be able to help you get a little come up. You are not going to be honest. You are not going to say, listen, I like you as a person, but as far as a relationship goes, I don't think that I will be able to contribute to a relationship as you would like, because I'm not feeling you like that. What is so hard to say that? But you lead her on, you make her come to marry you, you make her have to cry on her wedding night because she could not, because you didn't want to put the tuxedo back on. She's already in pain and the marriage ain't started yet. The ink is not yet dry on the certificate.
And where are the
food the people ate have not yet digested, and you want to tell me you give me all this problem and I still go on with the marriage?
Where were the parents and all this?
What parents? These are grown people.
Grown people come to your marriage, don't they?
Well, that is true. Grown people come to your wedding. That is true. But after you are married, you're gone out on your own with your husband. You're not. Your parents doesn't have anything to say about what goes on between you and your husband after you are married, unless you bring it to them because you are in harm. You are facing danger.
What I mean is, like right after wedding, when she started boo-hooing and crying, where are her parents?
Oh, I don't know, because she said they had gone to it was when they went to the hotel. When they went back to the hotel room, they found out that the picture, that some parts of the wedding did not get caught on camera. So they had gone back. With no parents, no parents. I'm gonna pick the way I deal with. I deal with two grown people who get married and gone to go enjoy their money moon and go get banged up or whatever they're gonna go do. Yeah. That parents. What kind of parents you talk about? We are locked.
He said what parents? They're dysfunctional too.
Yeah. Maybe we hear some more of what my dear sister here say. Maybe we hear some more.
Then to post all my nude pictures, all the pictures that he took of me privately. That was supposed to be for his eyes. He posts everything on Facebook, say he's disgracing me. That's what he wanted out of me. I wanted to move on to the next victim. So in order to do that, he have to come up with stuff like, this girl is mad. He telling a lot of people that I am mad because I was shot in my head by a stray bullet while I was sleeping in my home in Florida. And it was nothing new. The whole world know that I was shot. It was public, right? And it wasn't like it was no fault of my own. It's a stray bullet. No. When I am discussing with my husband that I'm going to put in his immigration paperwork, just to show you how devious this man is, I said to him, look, I am diagnosed with PTSD, which is post-traumatic disorder, from the incident because I am suffering from trauma. So that means if I hear a balloon burst or I hear a battle burst or a firecrackers or so, when we jump and get startled or, when we get frightened. So I explained all of that to him. I sent him a copy of the document because he said when I come to Jamaica, he wanted me to meet with an immigration attorney. That's his friend. So I sent him the medical document in confidence, and it was for his own benefit. I said, Patrick, this is what I'm going to send into immigration so the process can be speed up for you to be here with me. Now he's circulating my medical diagnosis around, twisting it his way to tell him I'm crazy and I was married 7 times and he's the 3rd husband. If I was married 7 times, I don't know how come he become the 3rd one. I am currently pregnant for him carrying a child. Right now, I need another gunshot in my head, and he and his daughter played me. He said he and his daughter scammed me. Whatever that means, I don't know. He said, I have everything I'm telling you, I have it on voice.
So basically, after you went to a trauma, after a straight bullet, yes. People listen to a straight
And he said the next gunshot is him gonna give it to me.
You need to keep them because
listen this. I came down, I realized his refrigerator was empty. So I filled the refrigerator, but when I came up, I sent 2 steel barrels of food to this man. No, because I didn't bring no goodies this last time around, he decided to tell the whole world that I am on Facebook living like Aretha Franklin and I am on welfare. I'm living on food stamp, and he get 2 steel barrels of food. Christmas Day, and all of this I'm telling you is what I can prove because I have evidence, right? And I have a lot of pictures. You know, Judas betrayed Jesus.
Amen.
Judas betrayed
you
Jesus
sure did.
with a kiss, right? This man came to my mother's house, sat with my mother, toast with my mother in a wheelchair sitting down. He eating a plate of food, which we served him. My mom eating a plate of food, and he was spreading out in my mom's bed. He was toasting with my mom. And then come on social media to say, mother, all house at Humber down Panara, I need to go fix up my mother house. Me could buy a car cash. Because his request is always materialistic. When I go to a hotel, all right, listen to this, to show you how this man told, right? And he's supposed to be my husband. I had an interview at CBM TV, and I was to be there 6:45 in the morning. So to get there, I had to stay in a hotel close by. Yes. So we went to Pegasus. While I'm at the receptionist staying, my husband saw Beenie Man. The man was there for a function with his daughter and whatever. But my husband see Beenie Man and walk away from me, and he walk over to Beenie Man and the whole excitement and all of that. So after I paid for the room, I walk over, think I was invited, being as is my husband. So I realized he was kind of shunning me away from the whole thing. So he was taking pictures with Beenie Man, and I said, can I have a picture? And he was pushing me away, and he told Beenie Man that I don't even know the value of him. And Beenie Man turned to him and said, what you say? So your wife don't know the value of you? And he changed the subject. My husband changed the subject. I have voice note on my phone with my husband after I was the one who took him to Pegasus, telling me that you don't see when we up at Pegasus and you want to come in at the picture with me and Beenie Man, we never want you in there. And I me carry him go to Pegasus. Likes to take a lot of pictures by himself. Not one of the pictures with me and him is on Facebook. In the spa, he posts only the ones with him alone, as if he took the money out of his pocket and go to the spa himself. He had no plans to go to Dunn's River Falls. We were driving past, and I'm like I'm going away tomorrow. Let's chill at Dunn's River. So we went over to Dunn's River Falls, and I bought some gears for both of us because we didn't plan to go there. So after leaving the falls, coming back to the car to leave, I got to the car before him, and I sat down and I waited patiently on him. It took long to come, but I'm like, he's a man, so whatever. And I waited and I waited and I waited. When he come to the car to change his wet clothes, I keep seeing him looking back behind him and smiling, but I wasn't reading to nothing. That's how naive I was. I wasn't thinking it's nothing. But he put on his shirt, and he was spraying a whole lot of cologne on himself. And I'm wondering, why is this man putting on so much cologne? And then he walked away and said he soon come. When I realized the soon come is taking long, I decided to switch the engine on, and I could not go forward to how I was parking. So I reversed the car back. When I reversed the car, it was my husband and a white lady. The white lady was punching her number in my husband's phone.
Okay.
Right there and then. And I said, Patrick, you're really doing this to me in front of my face? he turned to me, no, it's not nothing like what you're thinking. I just went to ask her to take some pictures. I just went to ask her to take some pictures with me. I said, okay. I'm your wife and I'm sitting in the car with you, and you leave for over 10 minutes to go ask a white lady to take some picture of you. And from the time we left from Downs River, we argued while he's on his phone, texting back and forth, they texting back and forth. And from that day, this man do everything to frustrate me, like he want me to get so fed up and just say I'm gonna file a divorce. Obviously, whatever the white woman promising, because he has so much material things that, and it seems like he target foreign women. He's on, and my son is gonna be 5 in September, right? And I was married to my son's father. I was married to my son's father, and
hold on, Diva. Yes, I spliced up the story because some parts of it were like repetitive. So I spliced it up just so that we can hear just the little part that I wanted to hear, because the story went on Cropper for about two hours, but we didn't need the whole 2 hours to get the gist of the story. So that's why it's the story. Y'all probably listened to it on Rapper Cropper earlier this week, because I listened to it like 10 times because I want
10 times.
I listened to it because I wanted to hear what you say about what you have heard so far. We unlock.
Simply put, he's a boy. He's a
End
little
of
boy.
story. End of story.
End of story.
End of story. That is a boy right there.
There's no communication. No hand. Wait for me with hand and foot. No back. Not even a kiss goodnight.
Not even a kiss goodnight. No honesty. No nothing like that. No
honesty. No loyalty.
No exactly.
No. There's no anything.
No anything, and he's showing it from now. He's showing it from the beginning, because that is very early in their relationship. She just went down and go marry him, and that is early in the relationship.
But this is on her too. But I said this is on her too, because she
got a point.
Women's intuition, something's wrong here. He's not putting in the time, not putting any work. What's going on here? So, and you proceed to do this. This is pretty much partially on you too.
Yes, I agree.
But knowing me, I'm a man, and I know what I'm capable of. He knows what he's capable of as well. But I am not so foolish enough to end up in that realm of dishonesty, no trust, no loyalty, no milk and cookies, no nut. That's all you wanted was the milk, the cookies, and no milk.
Exactly. Hey, Debbie Sweet Cookie, how you doing? As we talk about cookie, here comes Debbie Sweet Cookie. How you doing, Debbie? I'm good, darling. I am good. At the same time, somebody.
She'll be back. Don't you just love Wi-Fi? Yeah, at the same time.
Because they go to Jamaica and marry them, like that is any guarantee for love. That you may love a woman because she come from foreign. Let me tell you something, women. You better learn. Learn. Because not because you're gonna say, you come from foreign and maybe your little dollar strong or your little pound strong. At Jamaica, the man I go want you. The man must want.
She'll be back. I connected to you, the Diva Unstoppable, and I also connected to, who did I connect to?
Yeah, connect to them. Connect to the people in the chat.
Yes,
guys,
I did.
Connect with my co-host here, We Unlock Nation, guys. And those of you here who not connect with Auntie Chris either. Auntie Chris was the host earlier. I don't know what happened to her, where she gone. But connect with Auntie Chris as well, guys. Right? So what I'm saying is, with all of these red flags back and forth, the point, remember, son, the wedding, the marriage, not even, the ink not dry yet on the certificate. This marriage is brand new. You understand? And a lot of
Sorry for the typo earlier. Some men are fortunate.
But it's better to run early than to end up and run late. Or when it's late, you can't even run no more, pallbearers take you out. It's better to run early, just wash your hands off of it, count your losses, and that is why I am appealing to you all to stop spending your money on these people. You're going to regret it. Stop spending your money. Money cannot buy love. And if they have been broken as children, they are going to continue to be broken. No amount of money to take care of their needs is going to unbreak them. They are broken people. So when you start to feel like, oh, because you are so nurturing and you are so loving and you are so kind and you must accommodate this person, please understand too that you need love, you need nurturing, you need kindness. And if you are extending all of this love and nurturing and kindness to this individual, and this individual is acting foul, you have done your part. You have a responsibility to walk away and save yourself. Your peace should be more important than any piping that any man going to give you. Topaz says, sorry for the typo earlier. Some of these foreign women target these men child. Ladies, stop chasing. I agree, Topaz. I agree with you 100%. Yes. A lot of women abroad want to go to these small islands. And then they want to marry the first taxi man they see. They want to marry the first person they meet, and bring them abroad. Nothing is wrong if you want to go down, if you want a Jamaican man because you want a Jamaican pipeline. That is not a big deal. But if you are going to go to Jamaica and think you're going to just marry a man and bring him into America, bring him out into the diaspora because you want a servant, you have another guest coming. So when we have our shortcomings as women, lay out your shortcomings, so just like we have to lay out the man's shortcomings. Yes, because a lot of times these women are older. A lot of times they are older. They have essentially used up all their options, if you know what I mean, of finding a suitable mate in their age group, in their professional surroundings, and also in their environment. Now they want to go afield. They want to go far afield to find somebody. And they think that because I'm going to go to Jamaica, because I'm going to give him a green card, he's supposed to come lick my foot. No, not a book, no reason, a sanky, no sing so. No.
When you give him a green card, you give him access to some free shit in America, wherever he wants to go.
Exactly. So if you're going to give him the green card, you're going to give him the green card. If that's just your purpose for going, but you're not going down there to go pick him up, to go bring him to come lick your foot and clean up grunge out of your toe. That's not how it is. And I know Jamaican men will make up stories. Some of them, I don't want to generalize. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but the truth is the truth. But I still don't want to generalize. But there are some Jamaican men who will make up stories. And when you petition for them and you give them a green card and they are ready to leave you, some of them will do some of the wickedest, evilest, cruelest things. And these are the things that cause women to just throw a blanket over our Jamaican men and say, "Me don't want none of them, all of them are wicked." But
it's not just Jamaican men, sorry to say.
We out there to go find out which one is and which one is not. Because if you ask me, the ones that I've met have not been so nice. And
it's not just Jamaican men. I know a friend of mine who has been married, was married, but now is had filed for divorce, is now tried to get her kids back. She has been beaten mentally by this individual who now has not one, not two, but three.
What happened to your son, Willa?
Say that again.
I wasn't hearing you just now.
Oh, that's because you're cutting it.
I heard you say file for divorce, and that's it.
Yeah, she had filed for divorce, but he filed for divorce, but he was very cruel to her. He did not want her to see her kids. Didn't want anything for her, but nothing but the money that she was supposed to be giving him. But now she's fighting for support. She's fighting for moral support, and she's also fighting for her children. Her children have not been doing so good in school. And of course, there have been instances where she has told me that you have given them a house, but no bed, no drawers, no nothing. You make over a certain amount of money a year. I mean, you can basically wipe your ass with the money that you got, but you can't give them any beds or anything. And plus, they're not paying too much attention in school, and they have to go to summer school. Well, as intelligent as the mom is, I think and I believe those kids need to be with their mother. But he's doing any and everything to not let that happen.
Yeah.
Sad for her. But she has support from me, and she has support from others. And I do
being crazy.
Sometimes
wants to paint her as being crazy, paint her as being abusive, wants to paint her as everything, wants to paint her as everything but a child of God.
Yeah, pretty much.
So she can pay him child support.
And guess what? He's a preacher.
That is the worst part about the story.
Yep.
That is the worst part about the story.
Worst part
about the story.
But guess what?
That is always the worst part. And then you have to.
I seen all this, and I had made a video stating that I am disgusted, and I am very much. I apologized to all of the women that I supposedly hurt, and I'm basically talking and speaking for other men.
Okay.
Because of the simple fact that I know we can do better than this. I know we can. And there are those who do. There are those who do right. Those who've been when they're married, they stay married, and they stay married for a lot of years. And marriage is not easy. Trust me, I know. But we do what we can to sustain a marriage. And number one, the one thing I would love to talk about with people is, where's your spirituality?
You think that's what's missing with a lot of these men? Do you think that's what's missing?
Well, education is what's missing. Spirituality, that's a whole different subject. Because if you're broken, a lot of these men are broken.
Yes.
Through their homes that they're in. A lot of these men have gone from foster care to foster care to foster care.
Jamaican men have no foster care. They're not go from no foster care.
Well, I can't speak for Jamaican men. I can only speak for American men. Just like I've never been in no foster home.
Foster care.
Foster care. I went from my mother and my father. They both divorced. My father had custody of me, but when he couldn't take care of me because he got so sick, I went straight to my mom. It was as simple as that. when my father passed away, my mom was wearing both the pants and the apron of the family, and she set me right. But even though, you know, we get along to get along, she kept me straight, and here I am today.
Wonderful.
But it's unfortunate for a whole bunch of people. So if we have, all I'm saying is, if we have these particular programs that can keep young men, and you start them off young. You start them off young and outright, and you teach them the fundamentals of how to treat.
The things that occur during the divorce are usually done out of spite. That is so true. That is so true. People just want to get back at the other party, and sometimes it's just
That's crazy.
That does happen.
It's unfortunate, but
it is.
We do what we have to do as men, and I can't default everybody, but I would have thought or not think that it would happen with Jamaican men, but I guess I was wrong.
I guess you were.
I didn't think it would happen. I
guess you were, my friend. You know, it is what it is. And since we cannot convince the men to change their behavior, as women, we need to change ours. It is as simple as that.
I hear you. I truly hear you. But hey, ultimately, women will grow up. Not women will grow up. Men will grow up.
And then they will see that if a woman ain't putting up with the mess, they know they got to act right.
Yeah.
And simple as that.
Women will be smarter. I see that now. Women will be just as smart, will be twice as smart as thinking, not put themselves in position to have a failed marriage. And hopefully
hold on. Not put ourselves in a position to have a failed marriage. You think kids were passed around like family members? Yes, Topaz, I agree with that. Paulette, how are you doing? So good to see you, my love. I don't think it's women who put themselves in a position to have a failed marriage, or men who put themselves in a position to have a failed marriage, unless the person came into the marriage with a preconception that he's going to make sure that this marriage fail because he does not want to be in the relationship. So they will sabotage the relationship, make sure it fails.
Trev, in the conditions that
to ensure that marriage does not fail is if you enter into it by yourself. You got to marry yourself if you want to ensure that it goes the way you want to. Because remember, when you are in a marriage, it's not just your opinion that matters. It's not just your feelings that matter. It's not just what you want. There is another party that has to be considered. So if the other party does not want this marriage anymore, what are you going to do? You can't fight him. You can't fight her to stay. So even though you might want a marriage that lasts through the ages and you don't want to suffer the stigma of being divorced, you have to understand that there is another party in this. So you don't have total control. If the other party wants to divorce, what are you going to do? Let it be.
There's three parties.
Let her be. Exactly. You got to do. And this is why a lot of people end up doing cruel things to the other person. Like we have to end up burying somebody who has been taken out by their partner because the partner said, if I can't have you, nobody's going to have you. And you told me that we were going to be together forever and you would never leave this marriage. But people change. Their desires change. The things they want change. And so unless you marry yourself, there is no way you can say hands down for sure I am going to have a marriage that's going to last the next 60 years, and I am never going to divorce. Need to change that location. Too much glitching. Oh, yeah. Well, we're coming up to the end of the live anyway. So, we're coming up to the end of the live. Look like we have to change my location from right here, so.
See this pyramid?
Yeah, I see the pyramid. Why are you in the dark? Showing me a pyramid in the dark.
Oh, because I'm I was gonna make an excuses like I gotta pay my electric bill. No, in this pyramid,
yeah,
on the top of the pyramid is of course your Lord and Savior.
Okay.
Down here is the man and the woman. That's you just made a covenant.
Okay.
Once you say the words I do, she said the words I do, you just made a covenant with each other. With the sickness and in health till death do you part. So without straight communication, without straight communication, without decency, without trust, with timing, with patience, you break the covenant when you don't communicate with each other what you want the first time before you get married. Even before you get married, when you don't communicate with each other and you just go into this blinded, you have basically just ruined the marriage. It's like, what is it that you want, and what is it that I want? We have to go on this 100%. Either you're going to take this marriage seriously, or we're just not going to get married at all. Because number one, there's too much money involved. Once you get married to each other, and then there's kids involved, and of course there's child support, moral support, spousal support, and then we got to go through all this back and forth with all the judges and we got to spend all this money. It's like, what was the purpose? We're going back and forth, and it might take a year to 5 years, depending upon the situation. You know what they say? They have a saying: "It's cheaper to keep her."
And that is, and that might be true. I think some people have found that to be true. Some people found that out the hard way.
So what's wrong?
Some people found that out the hard way.
So what's wrong with this generation?
I don't know. I got no idea, my friend.
I do.
You know what's wrong with them?
Yes, I do.
Tell us what's wrong with them.
Oh, hold on. Number one, like I said, I can only speak for me and my generation. Well, I can
guess. You have great topics over there.
What I can guess.
And he does not hold his tongue.
To other, Jamaicans, possibly Haitians, or even Africans alike. We adopt what's called the malfunctioning in our families.
Selfishness. Yes, not even. A lot of it is selfishness. That is so true.
What are the fathers teaching the sons? What are the grandfathers teaching the fathers? Excuse me. What are the grandfathers teaching the fathers? What are the fathers teaching the sons? What are your?
But a lot of things, all on there we unlock. A lot of things they can't teach if they don't know it themselves. A lot of it they were not taught. So if they were not taught, how can they teach to the children what they don't know? You know, if a lot of these people don't know love, they did not grow up in a household where love was important. You know, how are they going to teach love that they don't know?
So you mean that telling me that there was not an uncle, an aunt, an elderly sister, a distant cousin of some family member at some point, or even somebody from a church community somewhere.
Maybe not, because nowadays the people not even go to church. Blame me. I said nowadays the kids ain't even going to church, so maybe not. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe not.
You know what?
Jamaica is a family-oriented society, so I know that in Jamaica you're gonna have auntie, this cousin, that type. Is even Miss Mary across the road. If it's even Miss Mary, but you're going to have somebody with whom you can speak, somebody with whom you can relate about what is going on with you. But are they taking those opportunities and being afraid to tell people their business too, because they don't know who is going to come back and repeat it? Children these days are good secrets. When I was growing up, there are some things I know I could always tell my mom, and there were some things I know I dare not open my mouth.
Well, guess what? Me and you're gonna have to start our own program, and you're gonna have to talk with just Jamaicans, and I'm gonna have to talk with my brothers and sisters over here. That's what I'm end up doing.
So honestly speaking, I say all the time, I don't know where the breakdown is in my Jamaican culture, because despite the fact that there are so many children without upstanding fathers in the household, most of the time the father them just run with gone. I mind them pick, they say I don't fit them pick, they are run with gone, and them get raised by family members and stuff like that. That happens a lot. A lot of children in my country are not coming from two-parent household. That is okay, but still, that is not an excuse for this breakdown that we see going around. This decay and just love for each other, just caring and standing up for each other. That is no excuse for it, because church is always there. I tell you, Jamaica has more churches per square mile than any other country in the world. So if anything, Jamaica should be the capital of correctness for the entire world. If so be it. Because if it is what the churches are teaching, that is what has held us upright all our lives. Whatever is being taught in church, and I don't care about which denomination, but whatever is being taught in the church is what has kept us upright. So if we have so many churches, yet we have so many people going off the rails, doing things that they're not supposed to be doing and causing hurt and harm and pain to the rest of society, what is the function of the church?
You think
the function of the church?
You think these kids should join the military?
Yes, man. They have to make it mandatory. Yes, man. Give them some discipline. Truly. Them need some discipline.
Why do I get the feeling that's gonna happen pretty soon?
Yeah, man. Them need some discipline. Honestly speaking, they do need some discipline. Them not have no discipline.
Do you think that would help teach these men that how to treat a woman and have love living relationships?
You think who should teach them?
I said, do you think that the military, whether it be Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines, or Delta Force, do you believe that it helps the man to be upright, outstanding people and to live long marriages?
I am saying that as a general statement, but I don't think it does all in all. But in any way, I believe that they should, because some of the things that are being taught there is good for them. Yes.
Well, I hope
some of the things that are being taught is good for them.
Well, I hope to God you're right. But until then, we can only do our part or do our end over here. That's the only thing we can do. But Trev, I gotta go eat my food, and then I gotta go to work late night shift.
All right, be good, my brother. I sincerely appreciate you having come up here to chat with us. I appreciate it every time.
All right, sister. All right,
take care of yourself, and don't forget, the people are connecting with you. You know how to do the do. Yeah. Especially if they're content creators.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, and give this woman some cash. Give this woman a cash app.
Yes. Thank you, like, tell them Auntie Trevor is broke. Tell them, yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's how it is. Thank you so much, my friend. Have a good night. Auntie Chris is back. Thank you so much for coming back, Auntie Chris. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, we are going to continue this conversation for a little bit more. Let me play some more of what that woman had to say.
It kind of have some similarity to what I'm going through now with this man, but not that bad. But one of the time I remember complaining to my son's father that I'm missing some money from my purse. You know, that is just one of the incidents I'm sharing, just to show you something. So I keep complaining that I'm missing some money. Like I would say, I know I had a $10,000 put down here, and he would try to convince me like I'm spending money hard and don't remember that I spent.
Your son's father was in Jamaica as well?
No, he lives in Jamaica.
Okay.
And what happened now is that I was sleeping one night. We were both sleeping in bed because I came down. And when it was about like maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And when I turned around, I saw my son's father in my purse. And he jumped. He was so freaking frightened. He jumped. And I said to him, I yelled his name. I said, really stealing from me. And then on top of that, in the same trip, you know, my phone doesn't work in Jamaica, so I have to use Wi-Fi. So I was using his phone to get some Wi-Fi. A text message came in on his phone saying, "Hey babe, every time I call you, your wife keeps answering the phone. Give me a call when you can." Coming. And I showed up for my anniversary, and I kept calling him and asking him where he is, and he keeps saying he's on his way home. He's just coming from a match. And I've been in Jamaica from morning, and even 7 o'clock in the night, he's still not home. So I said to him, listen, just come and open the door and go back to where you want to go. I was so upset, you know. So he really did not believe that I actually showed up in Jamaica for real. I said, this is my anniversary. I didn't have to tell you I'm coming. So he was mad and pissed and the whole 9 yards. So, you know, that's in that direction where that thing go until, you know, and then telling me some bad stuff. But I know sometimes people can see a person getting a break and try to burn bad lights. So I rented a place for my child's father to live. But then the landlady started to call me and say, Mrs. White, because that was my name at the time. She said, Mrs. White, it's 3 months now your husband has not paid the rent. And I've been sending the rent every month. And he's been bringing some signs that I'm not comfortable with. But I asked her if I could I'm still in here in the fever. Next future, if I'm to get married again, could I use that money instead of losing it? She said no. So I didn't want to lose my money after paying so much money. You know, that's how I really went through with it and think that, you know, eventually things will change. I just didn't want to lose so much money. But
okay, the money she's talking about, guys, is she said that she had noticed the red flags in the marriage before the marriage. When she went down to get married, she had noticed the red flags, and so she had called the wedding coordinator to see if they could cancel the wedding, and then she could probably use the money that she had deposited, which was non-refundable. She could use it later on. But then eventually she agreed to go on with the wedding.
If you know within yourself that you weren't it's something you're not serious about, or you're looking somebody to play or to get some kind of material things or what, you don't take them through a whole marriage process and
exactly
know that you're going serious. Because every time I come to Jamaica, even though we have problems back and forth, the last time I didn't take anything for him. So that was the reason why the wedding still went on, because I didn't want to lose my money. So all right. So February, I'm going back to February because since I come to Jamaica every month. So and I'm always taking stuff for him. So February when I came, and I told you I went to the friend's house and I took him there, I didn't know that numbers were exchanged behind my back. Yeah. And so he was having a big dialogue with the people that I introduced him to, telling them the world of bad stuff about me, not understanding what was his motive or his reason or what he was trying to achieve. You know, so I realized now that he was posting up stuff, disgracing stuff on social media towards me. And then the persons that I introduced him to was commenting bad stuff, like they were joining him. So I couldn't understand that it's me, news from me to go to them and news from them to me. So when everything burst out now, those people started to forward voice notes to me as to all the stuff that my husband sent to them about me. So I'm like, okay, so if he's gonna do that to me, I'm not gonna sit. So when they realized, you know, that he was doing a back and forth thing from me to them and them, they end up turning against him, and, you know, it turned out into a kaboo. So it all boils down to, I did not take any material things this month in Montego Bay, in Duns River. He just doing everything that he possibly can to make this marriage don't work. Whatever agreement he and the white woman agreed to. Now, the thing that really bothers me, not only that he is admitting that he was playing me, but the child that is inside my belly, it feels like it's rape. You know, when somebody rape you and you don't know who raped you, because I'm carrying this child in my belly. And when he first found out I was pregnant, yes, he was happy and kissing my belly and all that stuff. And as soon as the white woman come into play, he started to make it seem like the baby is not his. So it's over 2 weeks now. It's over 2 weeks I haven't heard from him. He never asked me anything more about the baby. Obviously, he's tagging people, telling them he wants a divorce. Now, if he wants a divorce, he don't have to tag all my friends and tell them to tell me that he wants a divorce. He could go ahead and file the divorce himself. After we married, a couple of days after we married and I returned back home, he sent me a text message saying that somebody that he used to date over here sent him a message, and he forwarded the message to me. And the girl was so hurt. The girl said to him, "You made me buy so much things for you, and I was planning to buy more, and all of a sudden I found out on social media you're married." And the girl said to him, "I ain't even bothered gonna get into this, because since you're already married, I'm just gonna donate this stuff to charity, and nothing lost. I wish you luck and good for you." So obviously it's a thing for foreign woman. He wants stuff to pose off.
Yeah, player. Yes, that's right there, guys, is a player right there. Let me see what Diva says in the chat. Hold on. Okay, Andy Chris says count your losses and run. Yes, sometimes that's what we have to do. Count our losses early in the relationship and take a break, make a break for it. Run as fast as you can. A lot of times we are ashamed. We don't want to run because we're so ashamed. We say, Lord, but me this married to him. This done married to the man. When me I go run, go already, and the married not even gone away yet. No, man. As time goes on, and we change. And we think that we can love them enough for them to change. Remember, guys, you cannot love somebody who don't know love. You cannot love somebody, because if these people are in love within them, they would know the inappropriateness of what they are doing. To just marry somebody just because you want to marry to them, because you want to get what they have. And then when you finish getting what you want, you don't even have the decency to walk away peacefully. You have to tell them, say you play them. You have to tell them, say them is no good. You have to tell them, look what you get out of them, and you braff and you brag and you show off in front of them. And you want them to just take it lightly and just keep going. When you have broken up to their spirit, you have broken their mind, their body, and their spirit. Guys, we can do better. Men out there, you can do better. And you must try to do better. You all are leaving a lot of broken women along the way. Lots of broken women. And when we are this broken, we don't want nobody. And so if a good man even come about, me too broken, keep moving. I'm not going to stop to entertain. You understand? So we all need, men, you are would like somebody to do it to your sister, to your daughter. And a lot of these people have daughters. And the things that they are doing is just so egregious. It is just so cruel. So cruel. Diva says, according to statistics, 70 to 90% of Americans came from dysfunctional families. So God bless the little over 20% that's not. Exactly. Percent for Jamaica. Ladies, just go to a sperm bank to have a kid. but Topaz, when you go to a sperm bank to have a kid, you're just going to have this kid with no father. We have to talk about that on a different level, the Topaz. We have to talk about that on a different level, because a lot of women these days are heading to the sperm bank. A lot of women do not want to deal with men. They do not want to have to deal with all this foolishness. So what they are doing is going to the sperm bank, get them some sperm, get pregnant, have the baby. They don't know the daddy. They're willing to work to raise this child by themselves. But we also have to understand, guys, that this life, children need both their parents. And I don't have a problem with it. If you cannot find a man to pick a good father for your children, and you want to go to a sperm bank because you want to exercise your natural given right of childbearing, go ahead and do so. It is up to you to do it. But I just personally feel that children need to know who their parents are, where their lineage is from, I think children need to know. Yes. You may not want anything from the dad, you may not, but children need to know. And a lot of people who donate sperms do not want to be contacted by the children that comes from their sperm. They do not want to be contacted. They don't want to know. But why would you not want to know? I guess some of them are running from spousal support, from child support. They're running from child support. They don't want to have to pay child support for these children. Support for these children. I don't know. If anybody know, let me know. If anybody know, let me know. I'm gonna have to research it to find out whether or not they're being they can be held financially responsible for these children that they birth, that they contribute to existence they contributed to. It must be as that from 19. If you see his page, he looks like a player. There you go. Red flag. When men are expecting you to support them and their family run, right there's a Topaz. You tell me you go to Jamaica and light bill cut off, him light cut off, him water cut off. Again, single family home again, just tie off and stop the generations to come. Population control is on the way anyhow. Well, I believe in tying off because that's what we are here as women. We are supposed to replenish the earth. We are supposed to have children. When everybody die out and when everybody decide they're not going to have any kids, and then everybody die off, what's going to happen? No, sir. What's going to happen? Society is going to be left without children. Without humans. We can't have that. We cannot have that at all. They get paid to donate the sperm. Yes, they get paid to donate the sperm, but then you have this child who does not know where they're from. They do not know the other side of their family. They don't know if there's any health concerns to be worried about. They just don't know where they're from. And a lot of people are now doing DNA tests, and these DNA tests are unearthing a lot of secrets, you know, where a lot of people did not know they were from a sperm bank and stuff like that. To each his own. Everybody can do what they choose to do, what they want to do. But as for me, I just think that, well, I just gotta copulate to get kids. I can't, you know. Dad's good or dad's not good. It don't matter. It don't matter. That's just me. But remember, I'm just one person. Whatever works for you. If it works for you, then go right ahead. Makes you happy. Let me see. Not much. We got the gist of it. But on one of the things she played a video, a voice note in which the man was saying how she got played. And I just thought that was so painful. The man full of gold teeth. I want to see him. How me not get to see him? Oh. Sister Paulette, how comes me not see me? Auntie Chris said from you see him look like a player. And me hear you say now say him full of gold teeth, you know say him a player. You go look him up on Facebook. The internet. Lord of his mercy. On Mrs. Percy. Oh my Lord. When I forgot, she gave his. Yes, I heard his full name. I heard it, sister. I heard it. So I'm going to have to go check him out. Watch me and my nosy self. Going to check out me and my nosy self. Oh my gosh. Well, we are going to check him out as well. We're going to check him out. I'm on several pages. All right. So in my place, I'm going around and love bombing people so that him can get money and something. I am on Facebook, see people coming texting me about money. Like, are you kidding me? I can't fall for them tricks, and not even people women know. Not even people that I know, that I grew up with. Nope, will not happen. Coming to text me telling me some cockadoodle story. No, sir. I'm not into that. Will not happen. Christine says, I guess this figure a lot of children have fathers, but the women are still raising the children alone anyway. Exactly, Christine. A lot of children, the fathers, yes, but the women are still raising the children by themselves because the fathers disappear, them run away, them have 3 dozen baby mother pitney all over the place, them no mind them pitney. And yes, a lot of Jamaican women are not into the habit of taking men to child support. Because you go to Jamaica, one whole long rigmarole to get one man for child support. And then when you just tell the man to give you $100 a week, $100 a week, 100 Jamaican dollars a week is less than $1 US. So I don't know what I'm supposed to buy. What I'm supposed to buy. Can't buy nothing. Oh yes, guys, remember she said that he's a gym instructor gym instructor down there in Montego Bay. You see it? Yeah, I mean, and a big gym instructor, and you have to go pay a light bill. No light bill, in water bill. Him turn off the meter. He turn off the meter when you're coming. Lima tell him turn off the meter when you're coming, and then him tell us that the water turn off, you have to go by the neighbor go beard. Him turn off the meter. Yep, turn it right off. And then when him know say, because you see the thing is, guys, they have to present themselves with so much desperation so that they can be sure that they can love bomb you. They have to present with so much desperation. Because if you just come and say, oh, so the water turn off today, I'll put it on tomorrow, you might not be so inclined. You understand? You want to get some extra money out of you, so him just go turn off the meter. The Lord, the water can't pay the water bill. But I have the money to pay the water bill. You understand? They have to present themselves with added desperation more than what they really have, so that they can get into the deepest sectors of your heart. Be aware, women. Be aware. Watch your Paulette said the man is a pimp in a blue suit. If he in a blue suit, he is a pimp. Paulette, if he's wearing a blue suit, no doubt about it, he is a pimp. I agree with you, my sister. If he is wearing a blue suit, only pimps wear blue suits. Oh my Lord. I'm gonna have to go over there and go look. I'm gonna have to go over there and go look at this pimped out suit that y'all are talking about. I'm gonna have to go over. Think that they can get away with it. You cannot get away. You come on the internet, trust me. Everything the internet ever come through, them get your name, trust me, they're gonna hunt you down. The internet will find you, believe me. They will find you. They'll find it in a blue suit. So boy, may I tell you, me ain't lying, I swear. Some of them look so crony and scraggly. And just for the sake of saying we have a man, just for the sake of saying we have a man, yeah, I think those sperm donors places give some history of where it came from without identifying the person. Yeah, them give some history. Like if you want somebody, say you want somebody. You can say you want somebody who is of Indian origin, you know, or if you want Caucasian, yeah, you can say what you want, what kind of person you want to give you a baby, to give you a baby. Yeah, you can always say what kind of baby you want. Me just not in this sperm collection thing. Yes, me not in it. It's gotta be. It's gotta be nature's way, the natural way. Yeah, but me not in a childbearing no more. So only children me I be right now are grandchildren. Oh, Max up 55. Good night, everyone. Very interesting life story. Hope all of believe me, the traps are being set day by day. The traps are being set day by day. So if you can listen to all these stories and yet still you go fall into one of these traps. I don't want to say it is on you, but I want to tell you to be careful. To be very, very, very careful. Because you cannot hear all these stories and yet still you go end up allowing these people to scam you and to trick you. All right? Let's hope it does not happen. Let's hope it does not happen to you, my friends. Let us hope that it does not happen to you. Listen, I am back. Did not know you still here. Watch out. Overtime, me tell us a TikTok block me. Me tell you. Yeah, Overton. Them block me brother, me no know why. Them say somebody report me page say me I conduct illegal activity. Me no know what they talk about. Cause me no smoke. Me no do nothing at all. Over there upon them more than go sit down there and chat with people from all over the world. So I don't know what illegal about that because me read them guidelines and I not see nothing. Me not see nothing in them guidelines that I have gone against. But me know so the forces are out there. Them do the same thing to me TikTok. Them do the same thing to me they have done this, they have been doing the same thing to my Facebook page. They have been doing the same thing. So yeah. So that's why you don't see me in Overton. That's why you don't see me over there. Yeah. Me start up on backup page when me have to go start upload content on. You know. But the forces are out there, me I tell you, my brother. The forces are out there in all of their glory. Block me, cut it off. Boops. Yeah, I sent them. There's something what them say appeal something. Yeah, me send one appeal. Me not hear back from them because when I go on it, me can't even go on it. It log out completely out on my phone. It log out. Log out completely. So it says it tells me open an account or log in, but it says me can't come back on it till May 1st. So I was just like, you know what? I was looking for you on Saturday, but did not. Yes! Yes, Overton. That's why you don't see me, boo. That's why you did not see me, my love. Yes, if they block me anymore, if them block me anymore, it would be a cinder block. Yes, guys. All right. So, guys, we are coming to the end of this live. I want to say thanks to everybody who came into the live. I'm sorry, say Unstoppable never get to come up on the live. But Unstoppable, you owe me. Unstoppable, you owe me. So, if you're in the chat, remember me say you owe me. Yes. So, when I come live again, you owe me. You need to have your phone charged so that you can come up on the live and come let me see you and hear you. Make the people let me see you and hear you. Okay? So you owe me if it's even that much. So when Mr. You owe me, yeah, you owe me. Trev, you was doing live at you mean Auntie Chris? Mr. Auntie Chris, Mr. Me Overton. Ask Overton how much nice time we have over there. You know how much nice time? How much nice time we have over there until the demons them come out. I go tell TikTok say me I do illegal activity. That's what TikTok say. I know if anybody tell lie, I know me a TikTok. Hi guys. Yes, man, so me I run the road, Auntie Chris. So Auntie Trevor run the road, me I tell you, run the road, wicked. Way. So me run the road, I saw, how come you never tell me? Me say, girl, well, it's a good thing. Me not even tell you first. Them block me, I know. It's a good thing. Me never did tell you. I see there. Them two are still the block in my way. So me I go wait. I don't know. I don't know. If them never let me back on, I saw the thing set. If them never let me back on, 6 or 1 half dozen of the other. I'm not stress myself about nothing. Not stressing myself. She nearly disowned me for telling my brother what she was doing. Oh, Christine. I want to start live over there too. You want to start live over there? What do you mean? Hurry up. Hurry up and start the live over there, Auntie Chris. Yeah, man, start the live. Once you reach your quota, start the live. Let no one stop you, sister. The world is out there for everybody. The world is out there for everyone. Over time till me get it back. Let's hope and pray. Let's hope and pray, my brother. Let us hope and pray. I don't know what them are do. Them some can't come back on them platform till me first. And them investigate. Whatever the heck of illegal activity them talk about, them investigate it. So what can I say, my brother? What can I say? I have to just hold my corners and go on. Hold my corners and go on for YouTube. Yeah, you know, say YouTube too, you have to watch them like a hawk because them is another set. Them is another people. We have to watch like it can monetize, it can this, it can that, all kind of blah, blah, blah. All kinds of things, guys. All kinds of things. So, that's it. But that's going to be it, guys. Me, Jesus, look much people still up on the live. Me don't want to come off, honestly speaking. That person is like, me say, Overton, whoever it is, they're on TikTok, they're on Facebook. Me say, nah, I'm nothing better for do. Them they are YouTube, tell YouTube say me suicidal, them they are TikTok, say me I do illegal activity, them they are Facebook. I don't know them not nothing better for do. Lord have mercy. Where them say I go just ask for a kid bump upon them somebody. When the party just about to be over, how come you just come in? Why you so late? You shouldn't be late, you know. When you're late, me I put you in the corner part, you need lump and 2 buckle stopper. Why you come so late? Why you come so late, Grant? Eh? Don't come. Mr. Auntie Chris, I don't know, you know. I don't know. Believe you me, sis. I do not know. And I'm not going to pretend like I do. I do not know. But me know so there is just one set of people in this life where hate me enough to be doing this. Me know say just one set of people. One set of people on this earth that hate Trev enough to be going out of their way to do such a thing. Only one set of people me know. Yeah, so if I them can't. So them can't stop me. I got bikini. I wear my do them. They can't stop. You there in the house. So take your man off for me. So take your man off for me. And take your man off for me. Who remember that song? Yeah, them can't stop me. So I just go and cut and go through. Cut and go through. I don't know who it is, and I'm not going to say who it is, not even who me think it is, because them not deserve them name in my mouth. Them don't deserve it. But it is what it is, my friends. It is what it is. So, Auntie Chris, we have to go talk about we have to go talk, because you have to go. To see when you go live, or your channel grow. Yeah. Take your shot, take your chance. You know how you doing? Who God bless, no man curse. That's exactly what I say too. Who God bless, no man curse. So I am not worried. I am not worried about those who seek to destroy my soul, those who seek to destroy my peace. I am not worried about them. They will be dealt with. They will be dealt with. Yep. So I'm just leave them be. I'm just leaving them be. I am not worried at all. All right. All right. So guys, I don't want to leave. Look how many people. Oh, you're tired. Oh, poor Yuda. Yuda tired. All right, Yuda, I hope you get some rest. You need it. Are you going to show us what you are painting when you are done? Christina, you must have made a paint. Oh, you must have made a paint, Christine. Oh my God. I can't hide from you, man. I just can't hide from it. I know somebody here, somebody in a paint, and me just a drop paint. I was just dropping paint on the canvas. Nothing in particular, just a drop paint on the canvas. See there? Just dropping paint on the canvas. When it's dry, I have some gold, the gold glue. I'm just gonna use the gold glue and outline all the little pieces and see what it looks like. Yeah, that's how I was doing. Because at first I was trying to paint this thing here. This is one earring thing, but I just thought it just looked so black and just just metal sitting there. So I take it up and say, make me paint it. When me idle, I say, make me paint it. So I started to paint it, but since I was on the live, I decided that I'm not going to be able to paint it with the distraction. So I just decide to just go and use all the paint that I had taken out and just rub them across the surface of this canvas here. Yes, it's an abstract. Yeah, me just do one look at abstract here. So when we finish now, so when I'm finished, I'm going to when it's dry, because this one I use some oil paint, which is not what I like to use. I like the acrylic. Acrylic dry is easier, and acrylic, I like the acrylic. I like working with acrylic because the oil paint me have to use to thin off, to take it out of the brushes and stuff like that. While the acrylic, as soon as I'm finished with the brush, I just drop it in some water and I'm good to go. Yeah. Yes, so see there. That's all my paints. That little something that's on right there. Yeah. I make one next something yesterday and I made a show on. This is one of my paints day before yesterday. See there. Not look too bad. For starters. Not look too bad for starters at all. Yeah, but I like it because I like to keep my little mind, functioning and doing something good. I like the painting, I like the colors, I love it. See? Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So I'm going to hang it up. What this one? I'm going to hang it up somewhere and make it dry. Yes, I was watching you painting from I came on. Oh, Paulette, you just called me out, say, yeah, some was painting. You see me I move around. I never noticed you noticed, I didn't notice that you noticed that I was painting. But yeah. Yeah, I just drop colors on a little piece of canvas here. But anyway, guys, it was a pleasure being here as always. I always enjoy coming on here and spending time with you all. Tonight was another night with another heart-wrenching story. If you have a story. Immigration story. Guys, I love the immigration story them. I love the immigration stories. So if you have an immigration story that you want to share with me, you are always welcome. You're always welcome to call me, text me, email me. My number is always my number is there in running along the screen. I just put it up. I forgot what to put it up earlier. But there it is. If you don't have my number, take my number down. You can always text me. You can always email me and let me know. On Tuesday nights is when we do Red Flag Review. On Tuesday nights, where we use somebody's story, a teachable moment for the rest of us. Continue to say, oh, I see the red flags, I never did this, I never. No, I do not want us to continue to have these problems. We are supposed to find solutions for them. So if you are with somebody and they only want the green card, you're going to see the signs. When you see the signs, act on them. And even if they don't just want the green card, once you see them start so that when your partner starts to act, act foul, you know this person is, me and this person not going to go far because this person is not being honest, this person is not straightforward, this person is not being transparent, and I have to protect myself. And you do that. Protect yourself, protect your space, protect your peace. There is nothing in this world that is worth more than your peace. Do not surrender your peace for anybody. I don't care who it is. And usually when we go into relationships with people who do not care for us, who do not want to be with us, they just want what we have, they just want to abuse us emotionally and physically and financially and spiritually, there are signs. And if we only pay attention to those signs and act accordingly, we will avoid a lot of heartaches. You cannot change people. You cannot love them enough for them to love you. They will show you signs that they don't love you. They don't really care for you. Protect yourself. Protect your space. Protect your peace. You don't have to have a man. I said it. You don't have to have a man. No. And if the price of having a man is your peace, then you have lost already. Yeah. So when he leaves, if he stays, you are the one who are going to entertain him staying and continue to rob you of your peace until you have nothing left. And oftentimes when they have robbed you of your peace and robbed you and robbed you and robbed you, oftentimes they end up robbing you of your life as well. Do not stay in a situation that is not working for you. Do not stay in a situation where the individual is not jiving with you. You are not working together. You don't have to have a woman right there for overtime. Right there. Them don't have to have a man. Hey, Clover, how you doing? You're roping late. Oh, you're so late, Clover. Oh, you're so late. I'm going to put you in the corner and two buckle stopper to kneel down. Bad teacher, bad teacher. How are you doing, my love? You're just a roping late. You come in anytime, my love. We appreciate you coming anytime. Guys, if you have not yet hit the like button, hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, now is a great time to do so. Every Tuesday, we come over here on Red Flag Review, where we share a story and we talk about it. And from us talking about which we need to learn how to care for ourselves, You and I are going to live on separate ends over time, separate ends of the house. You don't have me, I mean, I have you. Oh my gosh, but we're going to make it work some way or the other. All right, guys. So that is going to be it for tonight. Clover, you come just when we are leaving. You come just when we are closing shop. Just when we close in shop. Yeah, we were talking about a young lady who shared her story. A young lady who shared her story on the internet this week. We were using her story as a teachable moment, using it for lessons, so we can learn. All of us need to learn how not to end up in a love trap. And those of you who are on Facebook and Instagram, I see all these men coming up in your Instagram and your Facebook and telling you how much they love you and how much they've been watching your page for a long time and oh, you're beautiful and oh, you're this and that. Why don't I run them? Why don't I run them? Why not entertain them? I know it's a new age and people are meeting people in all different spaces, but I'm saying, you know, these strangers that we don't know from nowhere. Yeah, I have to watch the day till about 2 o'clock. Oh, you have to watch. Okay. Okay, Clover, I hear you. Yeah, you want to have all these people coming up in your inbox, you entertaining these people. And then when the upper claps come, we are all crying and whatever. My inbox is full to the brim, running over with people, all kinds of offers. Do you want to be my sugar baby? All of this nonsense, you know. I don't want to be nobody's sugar baby. Yeah, if you want to drop something in my Cash App, drop it in there. Yeah, but I'm not your sugar baby. We will not be talking on the phone. We will not be having any conversation whatsoever. None at all. No, we will not be meeting up. No, none of that. Yeah, drop something in my PayPal, drop something in my Cash App, drop something there. But after that, that's about it. Nothing else. All right? That is the deal. All right, my friends. And that's going to be it from me for tonight. Thanks to Auntie Chris. Guys, there is Auntie Chris in the chat. Auntie Chris from Auntie Chris's Cooking. From Auntie Chris's Cooking. Stop by Auntie Chris's house and do the do. Yes, Opata, you see that? Oh, you are my sugar baby, or me are your sugar baby? Which one? Which way does that go, Overton? Oh my God. Guys, if you're not connected with Overton, connect with Overton, son of a king. Auntie Chris is in the chat. Auntie Chris was my co-host. Also, We Are Lot Nation was my co-host. There is my friend Ryan in the host. Connect with Ryan, guys. There is Ryan, good person to connect with to grow your channel. Anybody else in the house? There are lots of other content creators that are here and were here, and some people are still in the background looking in. Do not forget to hit the like button if you have not yet gone out. Connect with Auntie Chris, connect with Ryan, connect with Overton, We Unlock Nation. Who else was in the host? Content creators. Lots of other content creators were in the host, guys. Go on and connect with them. Go on and connect with everybody else who was Auntie Chris, We Unlock, Unstoppable, and all the Unstoppable family. Fly Girl Georgia, Wild Rich. Oh my God, the whole entire Unstoppable family. Merville Mackey. I can't remember everybody, but at one point I saw 38 people in the chat, and I was like, whoopee, yes. And the lovely Dr. Mia was in the place there. Those are channels for you to connect with my friends if you have not yet connected with them. Lots of other people. My dear friend Derek Williams was in the chat. There is a link also in the chat from Derek Williams. Go ahead, follow it, guys. Go ahead and follow it. I see Auntie Chris is dropping the link. Go ahead and follow the link to Auntie Chris. Auntie Chris also has her jerk sauce. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I see, girl, I have time to block and delete. I just ignore them. You know, I have messages in my inbox telling me 72 weeks. 72 weeks are how long? No one long time that. 72 weeks. Please. I ignore it from day till tomorrow. I don't have time. I don't have time for nobody to see me on the internet and tell me how beautiful I am and how they would love to be with me, and God send them, and God said this. The last time somebody came go in front of pastor and kneel down in front of pastor and bar bloody murder. I said, God send him. It must be the hands of God. And when we turn around and Satan himself, ain't playing me no more. Nobody be all right. Every man we wait them in my box. Lord have mercy, child. Morning, noon, and night. So we just gotta protect ourselves, guys. We have to protect ourselves. I know it is inevitable that we are going to, have those desires that we want to fulfill, and we are going to find people with whom we want to share ourselves, but we just have to be cautious. Be careful. Pay attention to the signs. Don't be so quick to hand over your hard-earned money. Money cannot buy love. Money will not make a man love you more. Money will not make a woman love you anymore. It don't matter how much light bill cut off, how much water cut off, how much your mother want to go to doctor, how much money you spend. It does not matter. If he does not want to be with you, he does not want to be with you, regardless of how much money you are going to spend. So if I were you, save yourself the heartache and save your money. If he cannot work and take care of himself, maybe he's not the man for you, if that is what you so desire. But if you so desire a man for you to take care of so that you can control him, tell him when he can go and what he can do and what he cannot do, you might not want to do that. You might, if you go to Jamaica, you meet a man and you think he needs some help and you want to give him a little break, you want to give him a little bus, give him a little break, give him a little bus, but make sure the conditions of it are clear. So there is no ambiguity. Everybody knows what time of day it is and what page you are on. Everybody stays on the same page. All right, that's going to be it from me for now. Guys, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for coming into the live. I hope you all learned something. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you who stopped by. We are going to be talking again next week, Tuesday, on Red Flag Review. So until next time, my friends, this is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters. Oh, another thing, guys, you saw I dropped the Fabable on Thursday. So Thursday evening at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be doing Swords in Hand at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're coming back with Swords in Hand. Okay? So if you check out the Fabable page, you will see me and from then on, we will continue until we get to Revelation. Thank you all so much for your patience, guys, and thank you all so much for coming in. Good night again, everybody. Have yourselves a great night, a fantastic night, and I will see you all some other time. No, 4 o'clock my time, going to be 3 o'clock Jamaica time, so that might be too early, right? All right, we gotta figure it out. 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock my time might be better. We know when everybody is out. I was saying 4 o'clock because on the Thursdays when I work, it's definitely not going to be 6 o'clock. So that's why I was saying. That's why I was saying that. But we might have to. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. When I make the thumbnail and put it up, we will see. I'm going to determine what time it will be, and then I'll make the thumbnail and put it up. All right. All right, guys. So until next time, my friends, this is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters. We will talk some other time. Peace. Good night, guys.